first 2 weeks of this plan. That's why we do an anti-inflammatory meal plan, and we take out of anything that may make you feel uncomfortable in your body. A lot of people don't recognize that they're bloated. They think it's normal. They think that being engorged after a meal is standard. It's not. The first 2 weeks of the plan, most people lose 8 to 15 pounds. A lot of that is water retention and bloating. I don't want you to be bloating. So when you finally begin to eat food, you can identify, ooh, this is making me bloated. So maybe you won't eat it, or you'll have it with a digestive enzyme. So nothing with bubbles.
This is a reminder that your fat loss is delayed. Your body is not reacting to what you did yesterday, 5 days ago, or even a week ago. Sometimes it takes up to 2 freaking whole weeks for your body to catch up to all your brand new habits. Here, I brought you a cup of coffee. We're going to chat about this, which means you are basically making a lot of decisions about your future based on evidence from the past. Take a sip. We're not done. Let's say that you wake up on Wednesday morning, you step on the scale, you see the results from last week, and you decide it's not working. You skip the workout, you stop tracking, you're like, I'll just start again on Monday. And because you don't believe it's working, you stop doing the things that would have created next week's result. Hello, somebody, do you see the trap? It's like you keep pausing a movie 17 minutes in because you think that you already know what the ending is, but it has the biggest plot twist you've ever even seen. The kind where everything changes in a minute and it absolutely blows your freaking mind. But you never get to see it because you walked out of the theater in 17 minutes, just like you keep walking out of your fat loss. You have a bloated morning or one way in or a slow week, and you convince yourself nothing's happening. You're just judging the movie from a single frame, girlfriend. I promise you, your body is always responding. The question really becomes, are you willing to stay long enough for your body to catch up? That's the thing about fat loss. It's not just testing your habits out. It tests your ability to stay long enough for the evidence to show up. It's coming. What you're seeing right now is the rearview mirror, the past. You got to wait for all this to catch up. Okay, I'm done. Enjoy your coffee and stay in it today. Let's go.
Here's the science behind the whoosh effect when you're losing weight. This is why after weeks of dieting, one day you wake up feeling so skinny. That's because the whoosh effect just happened. And if you have been dieting for a few weeks and you feel like nothing's changing, you're in the process of the whoosh effect, so do not give up. The whoosh effect is your body having a standoff to see who will give up first, you or your fat cells. Let me explain. It's called the whoosh effect because your body looks the same until one day you just wake up smaller. In the beginning, your cells are filled with fat. When you're losing weight, your fat cells start to die gradually, and as they're dying, they fill that empty space with water. The reason why your body fills that empty cell with water because your body's expecting that fat to return into the cell. Your body's literally betting on you to get fat again. Once you win that standoff between your fat cells is going to completely be filled with water and one day just die. It's going to give up and you're going to wake up the next day literally being skinny.
As a person who's lost 155 freaking pounds without any loose skin removed, let me show you right here. Yeah, that was me, you guys, and this is me now. Like I said, no loose skin removed. If I could tell you to do anything, and you could start this at any, in my opinion, fitness level, weighted core, especially if you're someone who's like obese, morbidly obese like I was, weighted core, slow and controlled core, or like Pilates core, and then like add a little bit of weight to your ankles or something like that, chef's freaking kiss. If you want to get your core to be as flat as possible, obviously we can't get rid of all of the skin and we can't get it super.
You need to stop getting offended when your skinny or fit friend says that they feel out of shape or they feel fat, because everybody has their own baseline, right? And somebody can be objectively skinny or fit or attractive and still not feel their best. Sometimes people hear, a skinny or fit girl complain that they're not at their baseline and they take it as like an insult or a direct comparison when that's not it. Being a true friend is listening and understanding your friend's experiences through their perspective and not filtering it through your own insecurity.
Can you do yourself a favor? Break the habit of being fat. Yeah. It's a decision you're choosing every day. First, you choose what you feed your mind. By feeding your mind, you dictate your feelings. And your feelings, because you don't have control, you let your feelings affect the decision you make about food. So you are eating your emotions. So you need to break the habit of being fat. Yeah. What habits are keeping you this way? And what you need to believe is true to behave that way. What do you need to believe? That you
Sorry, can you guys hear me now? My mic was muted. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Ugh. Ugh. Sorry about that. There's 2 ways to mute my mic. I can mute it from the top and also in StreamYard. I'm still muted? Oh, you can hear me now. Okay. All right, cool. Guys, look. It's Attack of the Zits. Okay. I don't know why, but I'm breaking out. Alrighty then. Today's going to be interesting. There's going to be a combination of people in the vertical and on the traditional StreamYard landscape. So if y'all start wondering where all these people are coming from, that's where they're coming from. I don't actually, if you're in separate chats, you probably can't even see each other, but I can see you guys in the chat. So what I was saying was, if you don't like the vertical version, that's for mobile devices. You can switch over to the landscape. Okay? You can switch over. All right. So I'm sorry, y'all. I pushed the stream back to 20 minutes. I know y'all going. I had a feeling that y'all was gonna be like, oh my God, V, it's your no day. I turned my no day into yes day. I'm gonna tell you why. It's because I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood, guys. Like I don't know what to tell you. It's not my fault. I got extended a day. Oh no, Snapshot is gone. I'm not doing that today. We are in a good space today. Listen, I typically allow people to talk shit, but you gotta kind of talk shit about something that makes sense, right? Like we're not just gonna be in here trolling. We don't do that. So anyway, feel free to moderate freely. Don't time people out because you disagree with them. But if they're being nasty, or if there's if they're just, they can be off topic, but they can't be off topic and nasty. You can't have both. You can be off topic if you're nice. There's a lot of y'all that be off topic but nice. But you can't be off topic and nasty, okay? So with that being said, we don't have a lot of time today. Let me tell you guys, I'm actually running late for a few reasons. I always got a reason. So I was at the gym. That was first of all. But as I was leaving the gym, guys, I don't know what's happening with Project Miami. Like I was Project Miami, meaning my trip to Miami, went from everything's a go, dates acquired, hotel nearly acquired, to completely canceled. Can't make it happen. All of that happened within a matter of a couple of hours, and now we're at maybe. And because I'm not in charge of the planning, I have no control over any of this. And I'm actually not complaining. I'm just letting you guys know I was busy trying to, get details on that. So that's why I ended up having to push the stream back. So as of right now, my trip to Miami went from September to August, like 3 weeks from now, to like not at all, to like maybe this week. Like they're like, it's I'm not in charge, and I don't care. Like I don't care. Hopefully I get to make it. Hopefully a hurricane doesn't come through and blow me away, like hopefully, because listen, I'm not in charge. But anyway, that's what I was distracted with. And because there was a lot going on, I had to get me a stress mocha. I did. I got me a comfort mocha. It's not too bad. It has 1 pump of sugar, which is my usual, since y'all ruined Splenda for me. But the other thing is, I had stopped putting cold foam and sugar on top, like cold foam and cinnamon. I needed my proper mocha. I needed my proper mocha today. So I added the cold foam and the cinnamon, and it made me feel a little bit better. But we're here, and we're here having we're gonna have a good stream. So the reason I decided to do a live today is because of Jen. This is not my fault. In all fairness to Jen, I've been wanting to go live. I did. I didn't want to hear y'all mouth about my no day, because y'all doing the right thing. Y'all are holding me accountable. But don't hold me accountable. Hold Jen accountable. Jen, if you knew what kind of day I was having, leave me alone. It's a stress mocha. It's a stress mocha. Yes, they sprinkled some cinnamon on top. Okay, they sprinkled some cinnamon on top. It's a cinnamon sugar technically. That's why I said sugar, but it's a sweet cinnamon. So I'm not though. I have the receipts, and this is all your fault. Maybe we need to put chat. I'm gonna need you to put Jen in timeout and tell Jennifer, do not text V on a no day with tomfoolery and shenanigans, because D is live. Dee, my nickname. V is liable to go live. Okay. All right. V is liable to go live, and we are live here today because of Jen. It is not my fault. Like, I wanted an excuse to go live, but I was gonna be a good girl, and Jen ruined it. She ruined it. She ruined it. Nicole says hey to everyone. She's in the other chat because she don't like y'all. Okay, she don't like you guys, so she's in the other chat laying down the law, making sure the trolls don't get a pocket. All right, but she don't like y'all. She don't want to be over here with y'all. Y'all always getting into trouble, so she don't want to get in trouble with y'all. Oh well. Oh well. All right. So why? I didn't even do nothing. I mean, I am live on a no day. That's a reason to be in timeout. Okay, Delilah, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. But no, like if I go, Jen gotta go. If I go, she gotta go. So we're not gonna spend a whole lot of time like dilly-dallying. I mean, guys, this is now you lying on me. Shh, Nicole, like you're not over there to defend yourself. So I mean, it's my word against yours, or your word against mine. I don't know how that goes. But anyway, so guys, we have an interesting one today. And again, it's not my fault, it's Jennifer's fault. That's first of all. But second of all, we're only gonna be here for 2 hours today because I have to take my hair out. I have to take my hair out immediately because I don't know if I'm going to Miami this week. I don't know if I'm going to Miami at all. Andrew, I don't know, Andrew. I don't know when are you going to shop for Miami? I can't. I don't know when I'm going. Andrew, I don't know. Maybe I will have to shop in Miami. And I was only going to shop because I thought I was going to lose 20 pounds first by September, but it's gone from September to August to next week to this week. I don't know. I don't know. So I may not get a chance to go shopping until I get there, if at all. I actually don't care that much. I just want to see some palm trees. Yeah. I hopefully it doesn't rain the whole time, but only that's we were live for 4.5 hours yesterday and 3.5 the day before that. Only is light, like, but and the reason I didn't say only an hour is because we probably gonna be laughing a lot, and y'all know how we get when we be laughing. Hey JG, how you doing? Okay, so listen. Said that to say we not arguing today. I listen. I'm giving you, I'm not making a promise, but I'm giving you guys a target. I don't know, but I have no intention on arguing today. Like I went back and I watched yesterday's live stream, and it was long as fuck for no reason because I was arguing with y'all about BMI. I'm over it. I'm leaving y'all behind. If y'all want to cry about BMI, those of you that want to cry about BMI, you're getting left behind. And I just thought it was fitting. I thought it was fitting to balance that out with 100 and like just 100% vanity. Like today, yes, Nicole, we're not arguing today. What we arguing for? Today, we are going to talk about what it was like to be big. If you're still on the bigger side, what it is like to be big. All are welcome. And we're going to have a completely vain stream about opinions and about feelings, no facts. I mean, you could toss a fact or two in there if you want to, but y'all know I start getting real debate happy if we start talking, facts. I don't want to get into facts. I want to talk about feelings, okay? Since people feel like they don't have to lose weight and people feel like their face card is hiding obesity and people feel like being big for men is justifiable and people feel like, yes, Shani, I hope y'all went to church. I told Jennifer when she sent me the video, I hope the girls went to church. I hope they went to church. I didn't because I am not saved, okay? I don't know the rules of church. Do you have to be saved to go? Do you have to get saved when you do go? I don't know the rules, but as of right now, I sin too much for church, okay? But you guys give me hope. So I hope all of you went to church. I hope you guys went to church because I don't want to say we're in for it. I'm not in for shit. I'm having a good day. I'm gonna go belly dancing after this in the backyard. That's another reason why we got to get out of here in 2 hours because I got to do my outdoor workout before it get too dark. But what? Shawnee, I don't know what you want from me. Listen, look, okay, listen. Just know at the end of the day, it was your fault, but just know at the end of the day, all of this is Jennifer's fault. If y'all would have a moderator meeting and tell her to leave me alone. If y'all would do that, then I would not be here on a no day. I wouldn't. Okay? V, all are welcome in church. Okay. But I don't want to go and then sin after, Kim. I'm not done sinning. When I'm done sinning, I'll see y'all in there. Okay. I'm not done yet. I'm not done. Okay. I hear that. So let's get into it. We got skinny talk today. We got some dare I say fat talks. Listen, let me give a couple of disclaimers, okay? Because as you see, we do not have a red banner because I mean, like, listen, guys, this is a safe space, right? What do you guys think? Is my channel a safe space? I feel like this is a safe space. I feel like we are honest, but like we're not mean or judgmental. I don't think. And when I'm honest, when I'm judging, I'm honest about the fact that I'm judging. That's why we have to do a stream completely on like feelings because like I don't care all like that. I don't care as much as other people care. So we're gonna get into the girls' feelings and guys, but it's mostly the girls because the content is easier to find for them. And I need you guys to share what your experiences have been like. Like, if you could go back to, I already know the answer to some of it, but it's like you never know who's watching. There may be new people that haven't decided to start losing weight yet, or they just started, or they're afraid to be vain. So we're gonna have a completely vain stream. All right. I think we're pretty moderate with the vanity typically, but it's all vanity today. Since people don't want to talk about the health stuff, we're going super superficial. Okay. We're going all the way superficial. Okay. We talking looks, opinions, feelings, okay, privilege. We talking about all of that. We going to see if the girls are as as delusional as they seem. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. We will see. All right. So I want to know before we get into, I have a lot of TikToks and they're not in any particular order. I was just going through saving them and I'm gonna just sit here. I meant to have my popcorn, but it's fine. I got my coffee and my water. I need to ask y'all a question real quick. Like the stream if you haven't already. What is the downside to being plus size? Is there a downside? I'm not here to judge today. But is there a downside? If so, what is it? If there's no downside, then I mean, we may as well just all either go back to being big or not have lost the weight. What is the downside to being plus size? There is no point of view, that is off limits. Because, oh God, it's gonna be such a good day because like the girls are so confident about like talking shit about weight loss. Okay, bad health is one. Is that a question mark? Are you asking me? I don't. Y'all tell me. What's a downside to being plus size? Not what you think somebody else would say. What do you feel? We were all or are plus size, trying not to be or whatever, or maybe some of us still, want to be. Whatever it is, like what are the downsides that you guys experienced? Not being able to buckle the seatbelt. Okay, I almost started to experience that on a plane. Knees hurting, feet hurting, definitely had that for at least 75 of the 95 that I lost. Downside to being big, your body hurting, low self-esteem, not fitting into stuff, health problems. Nicole. How much of your tell me more about the self-esteem, like the low self-esteem. Tell me more about that if you can, with, as much typing as you can do. The ability to do fun maneuvers during sexy time when you're big? Okay. People ignoring you in public. Okay. Hello, Constantine. Are you new? Hello. Okay. What else? I don't know what flag this is. Is this France? Who's the red, white, and blue stripe? Who is that? Can you tell me what country that is? Being underestimated. Oh, not being able to. Okay. I think of myself as new everywhere I go. Okay, what country was that flag though? Fear I wouldn't fit on roller coasters. Okay. Fewer shopping options. Netherlands. I've been to the Netherlands. I was close though. I was close. Okay. Hello from the Netherlands. Not feeling good about yourself, your body eating your feelings. Okay. Hey, Nurse Michelle. Felt self-conscious when people looking at me or watching me, like they are watching how fat moves and looks. Okay, like being a spectacle. Okay. Did y'all find comfort in anything, like maybe having a group of friends that were overweight as well, or having overweight family members, or like online community? Was there a way to find comfort in your bigger body? I don't know how you find comfort with the physical pain, but what about like the emotional turmoil? Not able to take not being able to take the shortcuts between the gates, bushes, cars. That part. Okay. Yeah, I can relate to a lot of that, honestly. Like for me, it was the self-esteem, but I didn't know it. I didn't know it until I started losing weight. That was for one. The self-esteem, the confidence, uh the not being able to find clothes that fit in stores, and I would be what the fat acceptance community considers a small fat. The pain, right? Like the snoring was bad too. That was embarrassing. The snoring, the back pain, and to be honest with you, the pain got worse as I started losing weight. I think I just got used to it when I was heavier, but when I started losing weight, there was a lot of shifting around. There was muscle loss, so the pain got worse before it got better. Yeah. Being the fat friend, being the only fat one, I never had a problem with not getting attention in public because I was used to not being seen, but I didn't know it was because of my weight. Like, I mean, when I was a teenager, I I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I got you like I never had a problem with like being in relationships and stuff like that, but we're going to get into dating and being in relationships in plus size bodies, and how the video that Jen sent me, apparently the big girls do it better. Do what? Everything, apparently. Always a kid, always afraid some kid would say something. I had a fear of being made fun of because I was made fun of it like as a kid, but as I got into my teenage years, that went away. That went away. I didn't have that problem as a teenager or as an adult. Um, but yeah, I hated being bigger than my partners. I didn't like that shit. Like I wanted to be an itty bitty. I wanted to be an itty bitty that can be picked up. Like Delilah said, not being able to how do you not having the ability to do fun maneuvers during sexy time. Yeah, like I want you to toss me around like a napkin. like an empty plastic bag. Just toss me into the wind. It's kind of yeah. It's kind of yeah, you know. Okay. Not being able to wear my man's sweater, right? Like I can't even fit your clothes because like I've like when I was younger, all my boyfriends were thin. Like they not like slightly overweight. They were thin. Like they were thin guys. And then even like I've never really been with it. I've never been with anybody that was heavier than me. Okay. Never lacked confidence or self-esteem and had a mix of plus size and small friends. I did deal with negative comments from my mom's family when I was young. They were all petite. Okay. I can wear his socks. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. I like being worried about stretching his clothes out. Okay. So we could like keep going, guys. Keep going in the chat with some of the downside to being overweight, but or obese or bigger or whatever you want to call it, because we're going to get into how some people feel like there's no disadvantage at all. I wanted to talk about we talked about this briefly before, but I wanted to revisit again, not from a place of judgment, just this is an observation stream and an expression stream. I'm going to observe what other people say and I'm going to express my like how I feel, my opinion, okay? Oh God. But I wanted to revisit some of the some of the reasons that are given from bigger women. I can't say men because I don't know what men say about being big. But some of the reasons that are given by bigger women for why it should be okay to be big and why they are confident and why they don't have a problem with their weight and all of that. So one of the things are we talked about sex appeal. We're going to get into that a little bit more because the girls keep bringing it up. We're going to talk about dating for love. Listen, but y'all going to have to bear with me because I do feel like you should love your partner and they should love you. But I got this little knot in my stomach because of some of the things that the girls said that we're going to go over. And I'm like, I'm starting to think as bigger women, we might be justifying accepting less. Like I was really trying not to put it that way because people of all shapes and sizes and races deal with bullshit. But like this seems to be something that bigger women, like the type of men that they attract, or I could say we, because I was big. It seems like there's an awareness of it, but it's also a justification, right? So, but it's not coming from me. They're gonna say it, and I'm just gonna observe and give my opinion. Okay. Seems like men are just being big in peace. We can't say shit about it. Is that what you mean? We're going to talk about the confidence and the showing off of the body and I'm so confident and nobody can tell me anything. Okay, we're going to talk about some of that because we're being superficial today. We are being 100% superficial. We're not being mean. We're not being hateful, but there's a lot of superficial content out there and it's very one-sided. It's very one-sided. So we're going to have a little fun with the girls today. We're going to have a little fun with each other. And we're gonna have a little fun with the girls, okay? But the one that sends me the most of all, that I've been wanting to talk about, I just didn't want to really dig into it. Like I just didn't want to, but Jen done set me off. It's the face card. It's the face card don't decline though. Like the big girls' face card don't decline. They be having the best face card. They face card be killing. And I'm just like, but the face card is not hiding that obesity though. Like elephant in the room. Yeah. Yeah. Elephant in the room. If you're, listen, I'm not here to judge. If you want to be okay, I'm not arguing with the girls about BMI and health today. I'm not doing it. If you want to be obese, if you want to be big, good for you. If having a pretty face is enough, it's a pretty face, Delilah. If having a pretty face is enough, who am I to judge? I might just ask a couple questions. That's all. I'm just gonna ask a couple questions. I just got a couple questions. I just got a couple questions. I'm not saying you can't be beautiful and big. I'm not saying you can't be confident. I'm not saying none of that. Okay. I'm not saying none of that. So, but the face card one, we're gonna talk about whether or not that's enough, and whether or not we should tell the girls if it's not enough. If it's not enough, like we're gonna evaluate it. If we feel like it's enough, then we'll be like, okay, we we got your back. But if we feel like it's not enough, because we're gonna weigh, right? We're gonna weigh pretty face, the having the life of a pretty face and a big body and what that comes with versus having a pretty face and a small body and what that comes with. That, right? You can be pretty and big, you can be pretty and small. We're gonna weigh what the two come with. Okay, sweetie, I hit that hot shit because me too. And I didn't even know how to do makeup. Like face card was that girl, but I never felt like, no, I'm lying. There were times I would gain weight and I'd have to double check. Oh, but I'm still pretty though. Oh, but I'm still pretty though. Oh, okay. I never had to be about a man because I was always in a relationship, but it was like, oh, okay, as long as I'm still pretty. But there did come a point where I stopped seeing the beauty. I did, like for a moment. And that was when I was peaking at like 235, 240. I was like my features are getting swallowed up. I know I have beautiful features, but I've now reached a point where my face is so big, I can't even, it's like the, if you ask other people, they felt like I was beautiful, but I felt like I was missing what I considered beautiful, right? So yeah, that was, yeah, it wasn't enough. Men always have one friend they call big, like Big Mike, Big John, and it's all good, but not us. We can't say Big Cat, Big Lisa. It's war. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. Pretty and small, please. The health for me. Okay, we be in vain today, Keto in the Mist. Like, I don't mind y'all throwing the facts in there, but the girls be trying to get me. So I'm a leave. Listen, I ain't talking BMI and health today, but we can definitely, y'all can bring it up in the chat. Feel free. Talk about health till you're blue in the face, because the girls don't listen to me about no health. Well, it feels weird to say, but I think the face card was plenty for most of my life. Okay, Kim is beautiful. I never ever felt pretty. All I ever know was having beautiful hair. People would stop me to tell me how beautiful it was. Okay. All right, okay. Like and subscribe, or Andrew's gonna block you. Them the rules. I don't make them. All right, so let's. Oh, why don't we start? Okay, why don't we start with the video that Jen sent me? And then we can get into some TikToks, and then we'll get into the rest of my notes. I just have to find it. So give me a second. Like the stream if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe. You have to be subscribed to talk shit or catch me while I'm live. So if you've ever been waiting to talk shit to me, now is your chance. Because once this video is over, I ain't got nothing for you. I ain't got nothing for you.
I agree.
All right. Jen, let me tell you something. We're going to go to the minute mark that you sent me, but do not by any means let me get caught up in reacting to this panel. Do not let me get caught up in reacting to this panel. Be like, V, on topic, back, focus, V, focus, okay? Focus, V. All right, hold on. let's get into, so this is a panel of people, we don't care about them because they all suck to me. They all suck and they hate black people, even though majority of them are black. But they happen to be reacting to a black woman talking about her weight and dating and blah 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 blah. So we're gonna react to the video that they reacted to, but we're gonna completely ignore the panel because they suck. They're terrible people.
A lot of men are getting
so
treated differently or getting a lot of men.
Let's do this. Hold on, I need to go back just a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. Let me share my screen. All right, let's do this.
A lot of men are getting treated differently or getting.
Ooh, sorry, boo.
A lot of men are getting treated differently or getting disrespected from petite women. And this is no shade to my petite girls. I love y'all down. I love all women down. However, a lot of these petite women are showing you that you all are classified as tricks in their book. You all are there to pay a bill. You all are there, and not all petite women, but a lot of petite women. From what I've heard on podcasts and lives, a lot of these women are just using you all as meal tickets. But a lot of the plus size girls, we have our own. And of course, we're not going to settle for anybody, but we also know how to treat people because we've learned that a lot of men, they take advantage of us because we are more full figured and we are plus size. However, a lot of these men are getting disrespected and they're getting hurt because they're choosing to choose petite women and looking at the size versus what actually matters, which is how is their personality? How is their heart? Are they humbled? Are they a nice person? And a lot of y'all are selling yourself short because you choose the petite woman over someone who is larger. And I don't know if it's because you guys think that doesn't look right or it's not aesthetically pleasing. But I must say, a lot of my plus size friends and the people that I've known, their face card does not decline when it comes to being a curvy woman. They may be a curvy woman, but that face card never declines. They know how to beat their face if need be. They know how to put that outfit on when they need to. And a lot of them are independent women who need for nothing and lack for nothing. They don't need you for a meal ticket. They don't need you to pay a bill because they've been paying it. And quite frankly, a lot of you men are missing out because you're scared to be with a plus size woman. You're scared that, I don't know why y'all are scared. Matter of fact, men in the comments, tell me why you're afraid to be with plus size women.
I hate you, Jen. I'm never gonna get through this if you're gonna act this way because I was thinking it. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna play it again, and this time I'm gonna give my own commentary, okay? Do you guys have any input before I give my commentary? Look, Andrew not playing with me at all. He said, "Be on topic." I am. I have to react to her, not the rest of them. I have to react to her. So I'm gonna play it again, but I'm gonna react to it. I just want to know what you guys think. I'm gonna play it again. I just want to know what you guys think. I am not here to judge. I am just here to question. I'm here to question. I'm here to learn. I'm here to observe. We are going to get extremely superficial and vain. I'm here to be nice, honest, all of that. No takers? We don't typically, hey, Miss Candace, you're just getting to the good part. You just made it in time. We don't typically talk about dating, but it does come up. And it typically comes up because somebody brings it up or because Jen brings up something. So this is a little bit out of, I mean, it's not out of scope. We're being vain today. So dating is a part of that. Like, Like, we're getting in the mud today. I'm telling y'all now. I'm not gonna be mean, but I'm getting down in there. I'm getting down in there in the mud, okay? I don't think they are afraid to be with plus size women. People simply have different preferences. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Hey Melanie, thank you for falling out of the clouds. I think there's a lot of women, people of all sizes, who do what she's talking about and use people as meal tickets. Okay. All right. Thank you, Melanie. Hey Sydney. We are here on my no day, but we're just here to have a little fun today. All right. Let's get into it. I just wanted to see what you guys thought first. Feel free to keep leaving your comments. If you're just coming in, like and subscribe. If you are a big girl or a big guy, you can let me know the benefits to being bigger. If you used to be big and you lost weight, you can let me know the downside to being bigger and all of that. And if you've never been big, you can let me know why you don't want to be big. You can do that too. Just let me know. I think often the big women, even with a pretty face, are used for money, etc. by these men. Well, let's see what V has to say. So we're gonna run it back just a wee bit. We're gonna run it back just a wee bit, and I'm gonna pause it along the way to give my commentary. I'm gonna tell you guys what I hear she's saying because I like to listen between the lines. Okay. So let's go back just a wee bit.
A lot of men are.
All right, here we go.
Are getting treated differently or getting
first.
Oh, sorry.
That wasn't me. That was her.
A lot of.
First of all, the caption says men don't deserve to be in the presence of a plus size woman. I don't know if that's her saying that, like making up a prompt, or I don't know if someone said that to her. But let's continue.
Men are getting treated differently or getting disrespected from petite women, and this is
how are we classifying or grouping disrespect into a certain category of woman based on her size? Oh, Sydney just said it. I think it's ignorant for her to classify all most petite women as users and dependent on men. Well, guys, I guess that's the end of the stream. Sydney just summed it up for us. No, but that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Like, I think that's interesting. But I'm here. I listen and I don't judge. I'm just listening. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to observe. I'm just gonna give my commentary. Let's continue.
There's no shade to my petite girls. I love you.
Yes, it is shade. It is. It is. Because if a petite woman was having the same conversation saying obese woman, not plus size, obese, if we remove plus size and curvy, because don't nobody want to say obese, then it would be different, right? It would be shady. So let's continue.
Y'all down. I love all women down.
It's not giving girls girl, but okay, let's see.
However, a lot of these petite women are showing you that you all are classified as tricks in their book.
I don't know where she's getting that from. It's an eye mask. It's an under eye mask. That's what it is. Yeah, I don't know where she's getting that part from. I think a user is a user. A user is attracted to people that they feel like can be used, right? Because remember, she brought this topic up. She brought this to the internet. She's talking about people being used in relationships, right? So when we flip it around and talk about how obese women are used, we'll see if the standard holds. Let's continue.
You all are there to pay a bill. You all are there, and not all petite women, but a lot of petite women, from what I've heard on podcasts and
online. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Lives. A lot of these women are just using you all as meal tickets, but a lot of the plus size girls, we have our own, and of course, we're not gonna.
A lot of the plus size girls, we have our own. I think a lot of women these days have their own. Yeah. I think that a lot of people like have their own. Like, it's not, I don't think it really has to do with size. And I wanna follow her. Like, I wanna be able to like hear her and hear where she's going with this. But I'm really, so far, I'm not I'm not really understanding. And as we continue, I think it's going to show more and more that as she's talking, she kind of realizes that she's contradicting herself or that she's not making a good point. And instead of just, like correcting herself or clarifying, she just tries to talk through it. So I don't know, child. I don't know, but let's continue. Ow! God damn. Ow, that hurt. Let's continue.
Settle for anybody, but we also know how to treat people because we've learned that a lot of men.
Let's go back a little bit because I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
A lot of men are getting treated differently or getting.
Oh, sorry, boo.
A lot of men are getting treated differently or getting disrespected from petite women. And this is no shade to my petite girls. I love y'all down. I love all women down. However, a lot of these petite women are showing you that you all are classified as tricks in their book. You all are there to pay a bill. You all are there, and not all petite women, but a lot of petite women. From what I've heard on podcasts and lives, a lot of these women are just using you all as meal tickets. But a lot of the plus size girls, we have our own. And of course, we're not going to settle for anybody.
I'm sorry. It is diabolical to say. She said the thin women are gold diggers and the big girls, we got our own. We ain't bums. That's crazy work.
But we also know how to treat people because we've learned that a lot of men, they take advantage of us because we.
Now, girl, now you just saying anything now. You just saying slow down. You saying anything now. She said, we know how to treat people because we learned that a lot of men take advantage of us. So it's true. It's true. So why are we playing dumb about this? Why are the men that take advantage of you getting a pass, but you're sitting here crying about women taking advantage of me? I'm not justifying that one in any way, shape, or form, but she's making a point about a group of women based on their size being gold diggers and how bigger women are more put together financially, or they have their lives together more and they're nicer. They know how to treat people. But you pair that with, men are taking advantage of you, the type of men that are attracted to you. I didn't say it. She said it. I'm not saying this is true. She said it's true. So if it's true, that when it comes to dating, you're at a disadvantage because you're more vulnerable. You're more likely to attract a person that's looking to take advantage. I wonder why that is. Why do you guys think that is? Why do you guys think that is? Hello Me says, I'm small now. I'm 45, live in a military town, always have dated younger and shallow. I got treated the best at my biggest, and I've always been a proud gold digger. So has to be case by case. Okay, I hear that. I think she's speaking about a very niche part of society, i.e. dusties and birds. Maybe. Let's not judge women as people based on their bodies by judging women as people based on their bodies. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. Let's continue.
Are more full figured and we are plus size. However,
full figured plus size. You guys tell me, are we saying everything but obese? Because everybody's not obese, but I just feel like we're looping a lot of things together. We say thick, curvy, full figured, big bone, plus size, BBW. We say everything but obese. I'm not saying I know her BMI. I'm just saying we say everything but obese. And she's associating that with being taken advantage of by men. Okay.
Comma. A lot of these men are getting disrespected and they're getting hurt because they're choosing to choose petite women and looking.
Girl, what? The men are getting disrespected and hurt because they're choosing petite women, or are they just choosing women that want to hurt them? Maybe maybe, just maybe they're not choosing good partners. Why does her size have to do with how she's treating him? I don't understand.
At the size versus what actually matters, which is how is their personality? How is their heart? Are they humbled? Are they
Oh, I see. So we're going down the rabbit hole of thin women are shallow, big women are humble. What do you think about that, chat? Thin women are shallow, big women are humble. Does anybody else hear that? That's what I hear her saying. Thin women, petite, she's saying petite. Petite women are shallow. They get picked by men because they're petite, and the men don't seem to care about the fact that they're shallow. And the men are missing out on the bigger women and good partners because bigger women are nicer and humble. Obese is a cuss word. To the obese, she seems to just dislike smaller women. Obese is a medical term, so if you call yourself that, you have to acknowledge that you aren't well. Okay. Jenna. Oh God, Jenna.
nice person? And a lot of y'all are selling yourself short because you choose the petite woman over someone who is larger. And I don't know if it's because you guys think that doesn't look right or it's not aesthetically pleasing. But I must say, a lot of my plus size friends and the people that I
Can we slow this all the way down right here? We're probably gonna spend more time than necessary on this part, and then we're gonna fly through some TikToks. This is the part. This is the reason why I'm doing this live stream. She said, you may not find that you're choosing the petite girl over the plus size girl because I don't know, you may not find that aesthetically pleasing. And then she's gonna go into why big women are aesthetically pleasing. Can we pause for a moment and maybe acknowledge that obesity as a regular occurrence is fairly new in the past 20, 30, 40 years? Like, I mean, to the point where it's you can go outside and count on hands and fingers how many obese people you see. Hands and fingers and toes. Hello, Richard. Thank you for commenting. So like, I mean, listen, Kim said some people have preferences. But if we want to be honest, okay, let's not say be honest. Let me give you my opinion. In my opinion, for more of human history, I guess it depends on the culture, but in general, people were either petite or muscular or whatever. Obesity was very rare. Obesity was very rare. That doesn't mean obese people didn't exist or that they didn't have partners or families or things like that. In some cultures, that's you're praised for that. But we don't live in those cultures. Like we live in America. And for what you may feel about America and its beauty standards, obesity has never been the standard or the preference. And I think that the past decade and a half, maybe even 2 decades if you want to be nasty, there has been so much effort into trying to force that as the standard. I think that people have gotten a little brainwashed by that. Like the women that are big. Like we spent the past 15, 20 years trying to force that as the aesthetic, especially the last 10. Trying to force that as the standard aesthetic because everybody was already getting big anyway. So like, why not love your body? Why not this? Why not that? We don't want to talk about obesity. Obesity don't matter. BMI don't matter. Blah, 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 blah. I'm big and I'm beautiful. I'm big and I'm proud. Okay. But even though that was very loud, we now see that when people have a viable option to lose weight, GLP-1s, they choose to lose the weight. There are a group of people that are getting left behind because they don't want to tell the truth that being big ain't fun. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to give you my perspective as a former fat, as a big back in recovery. If you think I'm wrong, all are welcome to comment. But like, if we want to be honest, obesity not being, listen, she's gonna get into what, like, the attraction and the face card and all of that, right? I'm not here to say what individual is attractive or isn't. I'm not sleeping with none of these people. Okay, so it don't matter, and they're not sleeping with me, so I don't care about what they think about what I look like. But if we're talking about in general, obesity was never the standard. I think that even in the Black community, damn, Jen, help. Jen, help, because, okay, being heavier is supported and praised and encouraged in the Black community. For the women, though. Are you following me? It's encouraged and it's praised for the women, though. It's acceptable for the women, though. Does anybody disagree? If you disagree, let me know, because I could be looking at this wrong. However, with that being said, if it's so acceptable, what's all this complaining about? All the men want you anyway, right? And that's the standard, how many men you can get. Like, what's all the complaining about? If it's I want to be thick this, I want to be curvy that, plus size this, plus that. And in the Black community, it's not frowned upon. So like, what you complaining for? Like, who are you trying to convince, us or yourself? Let's continue a little bit more so that I can fully formulate my thought on the aesthetic part.
I've known, their face card does not decline when it comes to being a curvy woman. They may be a curvy woman, but that face card never declines. They know how to beat their face if need be.
Can somebody explain this to me? I mean, that's what they said. That's what I didn't say it, Keto. This is what the people said. So she said her curvy friends face card don't decline. They may be curvy, but the face card don't decline. They know how to beat their face. If you don't know what beat their face means, it means they know how to do a nice face of makeup. They know how to put on their makeup in a very appealing way. Okay. Why do you think that the attention is taken away from? She just acknowledged that most, like, the average person isn't going to find the fuller, I won't even say fuller figure, I'm saying obesity, I don't care. The average person isn't going to find, obesity attractive or aesthetically pleasing. So we shift from the obesity to the face, as if a pretty face outweighs the bigger body. What do you guys think? She's giving Tess Holiday, honey, we are the most moisturized vanilla $300 perfume. I asked y'all earlier, if you felt pretty when you were bigger, was that enough? Sweet Tea said no. So why do you think some of the girls feel like a face card outweighs the rest of the aesthetic? I think that when you get complimented on having a pretty face, you get proud of and invest in that part of yourself. Okay. As the 143-pound friend amongst the 100-pound clique, I was never chosen first, often pushed off on the he like 'em thick friend of the crew. In the Black community, being big is not bad if the fat makes your curves look good. Okay. I didn't feel pretty. Okay. I'm wondering, like, how is this a flex? Because she said it like a flex. I'm not making that up. Face card don't decline, and you're gonna see 50 other people say the same thing when we get to the TikToks. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, okay, but that's enough though, because when they say the face card don't decline, who are they saying that for? They're not saying it for themselves. They're not saying it for other women. They're saying they're pretty enough to attract men. That's what they're saying. Or maybe they're saying they're pretty enough to be considered pretty in society. Like, my body might not pass, but my face does. How do we feel about that? My body might not pass, but my face does. My body might not be aesthetically pleasing to the type of to a certain type of man, but I'm beautiful in the face. I I personally don't understand, like, what one has to do with the other. Like, I know what it's like to be bigger and be pretty and be considered pretty. Like, people look you dead in your face and say you're beautiful. Like, I know what that feels like. But it's also like there's 50 other things on the side of being big that ain't worth just that one compliment. I'm sorry. Okay. I think being thicker was an acceptable standard in the Black community, but not necessarily morbidly obese. A Black woman may be considered beautiful at size 14, but a white woman was expected to be much smaller. Okay, I understand that. I think, but the problem that I have, Kim, is that all of this is getting grouped together. So fuller, thick, curvy, plus, and morbidly obese is all being put into the same. They use the terms interchangeably. So I just say to hell with all that and just go with obese. But I understand what you're saying. Richard says, okay, I'm a guy. I say live and let live. I agree. That being said, I'm 5'6" and I like petite women and I like them cute. Okay. All right. Aw. Doggy, get down. I hope you're okay, Nicole. I honestly, I say live and let live too. However, for those that are new, not recently, in the past 2 years, lost 95 pounds. And a lot of the people that find my channel are people that are on weight loss journeys. So a lot of the people that watch mostly are women that knows what it's like to be big and chose not to be big anymore. And we often get shamed for wanting to lose weight, even the method that we use to lose weight, which is a GLP-1, and people are always saying, oh, but it's for vanity. Oh, it's not for vanity. It's vain. We're vain over here. We're vain. We care about the aesthetics. We care about being superficial. We care about the outside. We care about being cute. We care about being petite. We care about all of that. I'm here to challenge, not even challenge, I'm just questioning. I don't got no challenge in me today. I'm just questioning the people that say they don't mind staying big for X, Y, and Z reasons. And one of the reasons is because the face card don't decline. But what I'm saying is that the face card don't hide that obesity. I'm not saying she's ugly. I'm not saying she's unattractive. I ain't sleeping with her. I ain't trying to sleep with her. So what I have to say don't matter. But since we're talking about it, the face card is not going to hide that obesity, and it's definitely not going to take away from all of the ailments that come with being in an obese body. You may have a face card, but your knees still hurt. Your hips still hurt. Seatbelt still not going to fit. Still not going to be able to find clothes in the store. Still going to attract a certain kind of man. Listen, now, if you already got married, don't start yelling at me in the chat. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the dating girlies, okay? Like, I don't know. If you married, don't listen to me. But, okay? It doesn't matter what you look like. Someone will always say something. If she thinks her face is cute, she has every right. Sure. I think so. If she thinks she's cute, in fact, I think she's cute. I think her face is cute. She's still obese. That doesn't make her ugly, but it's like she's using the face to cover up the rest. And I'm saying you can't cover it up. So you can't blame men for liking women with a smaller body. You can't blame them for that and say, well, that's not fair. That's why y'all getting used and abused, because you keep picking women in smaller bodies. Because we're going to flip this logic around and see how it sounds the other way around. We're going to see how it sounds to say the same things about someone that's obese and see if it's still justifiable. See if it doesn't come off as being mean or bullying when you say it the other way around. Okay? I have a relative who pretty face was her claim to fame. She would say, I might be big, but I'm pretty. It's a mantra. She is pretty, but the weight caught up with her and health issues, so she doesn't say that anymore. Exactly, Sydney. Everybody is vain. Some hate to admit it. Well, that's what I believe. I believe we're all a little vain, and people are just in denial about it. So I like to put the vanity on Front Street and say, yeah, we are. We are. The problem, Kim, 20 stick is turning into 30s obesity. Child. Well, okay. Oh, I just got here. First of all, I applaud the obvious determination and commitment it took for you to achieve what you achieved. Congratulations. Thank you so much. And I'm not here to judge her. She's the one doing the judging. I'm just here to question if it makes any sense. I'm just here to question her judgments and her statements. I'm not here to judge her or her body or to make fun of her or tell her she shouldn't feel beautiful. I'm not here for any of that. I'm just saying you throwing a lot of people under the bus. So let's just see if that logic holds up when some of that logic is flipped around on you. So let's continue. Like the stream if you haven't already.
They know how to put that outfit on when they need to. And a lot of them are independent women who need for nothing and lack for nothing. They don't need.
But like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, what does independence have to do with your weight? Is what I don't understand. And why is that? Are there the men that are listening? I hate to do this. Oh man, but she said it, not me. Does independent woman as a concept mean anything to you? Like, I'm more attracted to her because she's independent. Like, I don't know. You guys tell me, because I think we're supposed to be like, if you're a single adult, I mean, aren't we supposed to be independent? And if you're in a relationship, then you're codependent, right? So like, what does the independent thing have to do with body size and availability to get men? Like, I don't understand. Like, why are you more attractive because of an independence? She's associating gold digger with petite women and independence with bigger women. How does that? I don't understand. Tito says, I was 240, now 168, and damn right, I wear shirts. I show the work at 240. I wore. Shout out to the tents. Shout out to the tents. Okay. Shout out to the tents. I'm not independent. Yeah, Jen, you depend on triggering me to get your entertainment for the day. I know. Okay. And congratulations on your weight loss. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't typically talk about dating, but she's bringing it up. So like, does the independent woman, like, does that mean anything to men? I don't even know the answer to that because I'm not dating. Like, I'm not out in them streets. So I don't know if if people are like sitting down for dates and they're like, you know, by question 3, he's like, so are you an independent woman? Are you an independent woman? I don't know. I don't know how that goes. I don't know. I'm not in the streets. I'm rusty. I'm dry. Not to me. Okay. Faith says maybe the amount of smaller women using their bodies to get the bag. Tell me more, Faith, because I thought that was just like women. Not all, but like I didn't know getting the bag using your body was specific to a certain size. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I actually don't believe that. But if you could tell me more, maybe I'll understand. Hate to channel the dead, but sorry, I don't like him. The sexual marketplace allows for different provisions when you are smaller. I think most of us who have seen weight loss notice how people treat us differently over a few pounds. Yeah, we'll get into that because it's a vein stream. We are being superficial today. We are here to be superficial. We're not here to be mean to anybody, but we are here to express our vanity. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here. That's what we're here for. That's another stream V. Some men don't want too much independence because they want to feel needed. Not all men, of course. Okay, I'll let that one go. She brought it up though, Kim. Listen, I'm not arguing one way or another. I just wanted to know. Okay, let's continue.
You for a meal ticket. They don't need you to pay a bill because they've been paying it. And quite frankly, a lot of you men are missing out because you're scared to be with a plus size woman. You're scared that.
Where are we getting this from? A fear of being with plus size women? How on one hand you say, I get the men face card don't decline, and then you say the men are scared to be with plus size women? I'm confused. He also says some men don't find it aesthetically pleasing. So is it that they don't find it aesthetically pleasing, or is it because they're scared? Which one is it? Faith says what she's saying is, for example, women getting flown out and getting money. You don't typically see a bigger woman living that life. She works for hers, I'm assuming. I think that that's to me, that's a little, if that is what she's trying to say, she needs to get off of social media, is what I'm saying. Because that is a very small group of women experiencing the flued out life. Like dating is a spectrum. Dating and spending money and man and women relationships, heterosexual relationships, is a spectrum. It is a spectrum of attraction. It is a spectrum of provisions. It is a spectrum of respect and disrespect. It is a spectrum of options. You can't limit the conversation to, oh, the group of women getting flown out. I think that that's disingenuous. You're trying to throw petite women under the bus because you've seen 4 women on your timeline getting flown out, but there are plenty of women, small, petite or otherwise, in healthy relationships. But we're gonna focus on the 4 on your timeline that are getting flew out, and they're probably like 20. Like, what 40-year-old woman is getting flued out? I'm sorry. Like, I'm not saying 40 is old. I'm saying 40 is mature. A 40-year-old woman is busy. She's busy. Like, she's busy, whether she's big or small. She's busy. She don't got time to get flued out for a hookup unless maybe, you know, she took a little time off from work. She just got divorced. Her kids are grown out of the house. Maybe she want to have a little fun. But on average, that's more of like a young girl's game. That's more of like a, you know, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's a thing for the young girls. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know how old she is, but it's like that's not even the majority of women. So it seems like a bit of a disingenuous conversation. But thank you for the comment.
I don't know why y'all are scared. Matter of fact, men in the comments, tell me why you're afraid to be with plus size women.
Ooh, men, tell us why you're afraid to be with plus size women. Tell us. Yeah. Tell us why you are afraid to be with plus size women. I'm not really here to talk about anybody's preference, but I didn't bring it up. She did. I didn't bring it up. She did. I think most men, no matter how successful, want to believe that the woman they're involved with needs them in some way. I've had too many men say exactly those words. Okay. Um, I feel like okay, let's take away people that are taking advantage of each other. Men taking advantage of women, women taking advantage of men. I think that too often in these like in the age of social media, we try to make it seem like men and women want the same thing. When outside of respect, love, and intimacy, we want different things. Men want certain things, women want certain things. I would like us to remain different. Like, I don't want to be treated like a dude. I don't want to. I am a girl, okay? I want girl shit. I want girl shit, and I want to provide girl shit. Okay? Like, I don't want to be in a relationship with a woman, and I don't want like I don't know. I just want men to be men and women to be women, and then you find a partner that you get along with, you respect each other, you're nice to each other, you have fun, you maybe have some kids, you may get married. I mean, like, what more is there? What more is there? Um, so like as far as feeling needed, I think I don't know. I don't know because I don't want to speak for men, but like I don't know. I've never had that said to me. I don't so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even want to speculate. I have no idea what that means. I have no idea. If it means just companionship, like I want to feel like I'm contributing in a way that men contribute to relationships, I don't see why that's a bad thing. I feel like men like independent women, but not too independent. Okay, I hear Kim when she says that's a different stream. I get it. But as far as the woman we just listened to, I could have took a completely different approach of dragging her. I like this could have been a red banner stream because a lot of us here have been overweight and are choosing the petite side of the spectrum or smaller side, whatever, because we don't even know what she's considering petite. She may consider some of us at the lower end of obesity, a small fat, she may consider that petite. We don't know what she's considering petite at her size. Like damn near anybody is not to be funny, but like damn near anybody is petite, like relative to her, right? So we don't really know. But it's like I could have taken the approach of just dragging her, like, but I don't feel the need to. I don't because I don't care like that. Like, if you feel like your face is all you need in the world of like in the superficial world, let's be okay, let's be honest about it. In a superficial world, if you feel like your face is enough, who are you trying to convince, me or you? If you feel like when it comes to self-esteem and self-confidence, your face is enough, who are you trying to convince, me or you? I'm not going to argue with you. Listen, been there, done that. Yesterday was the last time. Been there, done that. I'm not going to argue. Not going to argue. If you say, I know men have a tendency to take advantage of us because we're bigger, but then blame, like, I don't know, we somehow shift the conversation to smaller women, like, but still try to make yourself seem better than somebody, yet you admit women at your size are more vulnerable to being taken advantage of. Like, who are you trying to convince that you're okay with that, me or you? I know, I know. They did, but that particular group, I would never play their content because they will drag anybody. Like they will drag anybody. They will disrespect any black woman, even the black woman up there. They'll disrespect any black woman that comes into their sites. But you'll never see them doing that to a white woman, an Asian woman, no other woman. You will not see them doing that to any other group of women. So yes, they played her video. I wanted to comment on her video, but I would never play their content over here ever because they are a bunch of self-hating blacks and I don't play that shit. But anyway, so after a woman's weight, after a woman's weight. She has to worry about age and wrinkles. You can't win. Just love yourself. I'm a bigger woman and see small women crying on my timeline because they hate themselves. So Faith, can you help me out a little bit? Because I don't want to scare you away. I'm being nice today. Is this your first time watching? If so, then I'm a reel you in slowly, meaning reel you in, meaning like I'm gonna expose you to how we do things over here slowly. But if you've been watching for a while, then I know you know me well enough that no matter what I say, it's out of love. So let me know, Faith. If you're new, like today new, I'm gonna go easy. First time. Okay. So let me do it the nice way. All right. So I have a bit of a reputation for being candid, meaning I pretty much say what I think, but you guys have the ability to do the same as long as you catch me while I'm live or I know that you're subscribed, right? So you're here live. Not sure if you subscribe, but hopefully you do. Now, that means whatever y'all say in the chat is fair game, and whatever I say is fair game. So if you put it out there, it's fair game to be commented on. And if I put it out there, it's fair game for y'all to agree, disagree, push back, yell at me, curse me out, whatever you want to do, right? As long as you catch me while I'm live, because I don't give a shit on playback. So let's break down some of your comment, and thank you for commenting. So Faith says, after a woman's weight, she has to worry about age and wrinkles. I think that no, I know for a fact that we live in a superficial world, and no matter what you do, someone is always going to Jen, can you post it in the chat? So no, don't post it in the chat. Don't do that. I will share it in the community later, Sydney. Don't post it in the chat because I don't want people clicking the link to leave the video to go over there. But I'll post it for you so you can watch it. But I'm not gonna play that over here. They are a bunch of self-hating blacks over there, and I don't like that shit. But anyway, so I think that when it comes to a woman's beauty, it's never enough. You're right. I agree with that. I agree with that. But beauty is not to be the vanity that comes with being beautiful or the privilege that comes with being beautiful. I don't think there's any reason to downplay that, right? I don't think there's any reason to talk shit about any particular group of women based on their size just because they may or may not be happy with their size or their looks or anything like that, right? But I don't know if you're in America, but if you are in America, there are beauty standards, and those standards can shift from community to community. Now, I agree with just loving yourself, but over here, and okay, Texan, okay, girl, teach me how to line dance, girl. But I personally believe, I'll let the chat speak for themselves, but I personally believe loving yourself, a part of that is taking care of your body. And a lot of us, it took us years to figure this out. A lot of us even tried over the years and couldn't figure it out. So that doesn't mean that a bigger person is supposed to hate themselves, but you have found yourself in a place where 99% of us were big at some point. And if we still feel big, we were bigger than we are now. Okay. And we on our way to being skinty. Okay. Don't leave me yet. Hang in there, Faith. Don't leave me yet. But with that being said, I think you can love yourself whether you're in a smaller body or a bigger body, or you can be insecure and self-conscious whether you're in a smaller body or a bigger body. The thing that I feel like a lot of bigger women aren't honest about is that sometimes being overweight does cause a lot of inconveniences in life. It does cause a lot of insecurities. And then the deflection away from that is, but I'd rather be fat and happy than skinny and unhappy. And all of the thin people get lumped into this category of depression and being unhappy. Kind of like you just did. I'm a bigger woman and see small women crying on my timeline because they hate themselves. I'm not even saying that you don't see that. I'm saying that a lot of bigger women say that. But if a smaller woman was to say that, it would sound like bullying. It would sound like bullying. If a smaller woman came on here, and they probably do because they don't care, but if a bigger woman was to see a video of a small petite 120-pound woman, like, I see all these big women on my timeline, unhappy, they hate themselves, they crying, like they mad because the men don't want them, like they mad because men are taking advantage of them, they don't love themselves, they don't take care of themselves. That would come off as bullying. It would. It would. Now, listen, I'm about that life. I feel like we can say whatever we want. We can feel whatever we want. Okay, Faith. So feel free to express yourself here. I am not trying to censor. I'm just trying to give a little bit of perspective. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So saying I see smaller women crying on my timeline, that's a little bit, that kind of sounds like, why would I want to be one of them? That's what it sounds like. Why would I? Being, they small and crying, so being smaller doesn't guarantee happiness. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. But the part that's never addressed is all of the ailments and all of the we could talk about the health issues, but we've already done that. All of the struggles that come with being overweight. It's not just an aesthetic issue. It's not. In fact, I'm not saying it's an aesthetic issue at all. They the ones talking about aesthetics, and we're a little vain over here. We don't mind having the aesthetics conversation, but if we're gonna talk about it, we gonna talk about it. If we're gonna be superficial, we gonna be superficial. So let's give a little perspective. So for the guys and girlies that were big before and decided to lose weight, what differences have you noticed since losing the weight? Why do you prefer to be smaller? We know health. We know. But I'm not even going to stop y'all from saying it. I'm just going to say it in advance. We know health. Let her rip. Let her rip. What reasons do you prefer to be smaller? Aesthetics count? Attention counts? Privilege counts? Dating counts? Opportunities count? Nothing's off the table. Nothing. Getting tossed around like a napkin in the bedroom counts. Why do you prefer being able to fit in smaller clothes, being able to find your clothes in store? Why do you prefer to be in a smaller body? Why? Because the conversation ends up a little unbalanced when a lot of bigger women, and we were all there before, or some of us are still there. It's fine. We're all welcome. But the conversation gets dominated by women that are bigger women that get to be confident about being big. They get to say why they're better than other groups of people, right? So without saying you're better than a bigger woman, what do you prefer about being what's better about your life since the weight loss? Nicole says, Faith, I agree about the beauty. We can't win and we should just love ourselves. But for me, loving myself was losing weight and improving my health. Okay. The interesting part of the video is the host is on a weight loss journey and you can see the wheels turning. Who was it? Mimi? Or are you talking about Mimi? Mimi? Fat and happy is a lie. I'm happier now than I've ever been. I can fit between cars when walking through a parking lot. Okay. My husband has a sweater to me and our intimacy is much better and I'm not even at goal yet. I no longer have to ask for a seatbelt extender. Looking good and feeling good. Feeling good. Teddy. Hi, Teddy. Clothes are easier to find. I prefer the way I look. More energy seeing my friends die from eating, more mobility and slow down that aging process. I can sit in exit row seating. I can fit into David's sweaters now. Okay. I was 120 as an adult till I had my son and the weight stayed. My life did not get worse, but shopping for clothes. Okay. Well, first of all, Faith, I always ask anybody new, are you on a weight loss journey? If you are, then I always ask, what was your starting weight, current weight, and goal weight? If you're not on a weight loss journey and you still want to tell us your weight, you can. If you don't want to tell us, you don't have to. I get flirted with way more energy, lower blood pressure, met weight guideline for indoor sky. Go Kim can cross my legs, can shop in any store. I can wear jewelry. My 3-year-old called me little. Yes, Mimi saying she was fine and realized she needed to lose more weight. Mimi, my argument is Mimi been knew she needed to lose more weight. If y'all don't know what we're talking about, you'll see the video after this one. Don't leave my live stream to go watch that mess. But basically, the host is like 5'9", 200 pounds, talking about she had a good weight. And then ultimately somebody asked her, you don't think you need to lose more weight? And she's like, yeah, I never said I didn't need to lose more weight. I never said I was at a good weight. Yeah, I do. Faith, do you mind me asking how much you weigh now? If not, it's okay. Greetings. Hello. Thank you for commenting. I might be able to find a belt now. I fit in my mom's clothes. I wish I had my mom's clothes. My mom used to wear my clothes. You know how the smaller person can always wear the bigger person's clothes? Not on a weight loss journey. Depends on the month. I'm 220. What's your height? What's your height? Hello. Delilah, I don't know if I was supposed to see it, but I saw your outfit for your interview. So I'm throwing Jen under the bus. And girl, you was fine. I'm not putting, am I putting Delilah on the spot? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ooh, did I throw Jen under the bus? I'm sorry. But girl, you fine. You fine, Delilah. You're looking skinny, Delilah. You're fine, girl. I ain't want to say nothing, but I can't help myself no more. I can't hide it no more, girl. I can't hide it. Sorry, Jen, I hurt you. So if Delilah doesn't send you any more videos, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, you gave permission. Okay. All right. I'm just saying, I was like, what? Delilah is not playing with the girls. Delilah not playing with the girls. Okay. Fit into some sexy red shoes with an ankle strap, had them for years and couldn't fit them. Okay, she knows. Okay, because I was like, I was trying, like, I didn't know, ooh, Delilah is a baddie. Delilah is a baddie. So proud. I was so vain and so proud. Like, I was like, oh, okay. Itty bitty, because she's short too. All right, Faith, let's do this. So I typically wouldn't ask, but I'm going to on this stream because today's a day of me not being my usual pick on people's self. Okay. So I'm gonna get, so Faith, you're gonna get the choice that people don't get, because typically when people comment and I get their weight and their height and stuff, I just go ahead and look up their BMI so we can get that out the way. But you said 5'4", 220, weight came after pregnancy or during pregnancy and then never left. Okay. So do I have permission to look up your BMI or no? You can let me know. And I'm not here to give you advice or anything. I do this for everybody that gives me the information. So if I have permission, I'll look it up and then we can go from there as far as like where the vanity conversation comes in. Oh, you gonna fit right in, Faith girl. Shout out to Faith. She gonna be vain. She gonna be we are going to influence Faith's vanity. We're gonna influence Faith's vanity because she gonna fit right in. She gonna fit right in. Okay. So let me look it up real quick. Let me get stupid ass Mimi off my. Why is her makeup so dark, Jen? Like, I'm not judging her like aesthetically. What I'm saying is I couldn't tell she was white because I thought she was mixed because her makeup is so dark. You sure she's not biracial? BMI calculator. Okay, let's do this. I already know the answer, but we're gonna look it up because I always do this. Do you want to give me I need your age for the chart. It really doesn't make a difference, but they asked for it, so why not? 5'4", 220. And let me put my starting weight in the chat. I am 5'3", 36. Usually I don't be getting the youngins over here, Faith. I don't be getting the youngins. Okay, well, no, I can't say that. Y'all all young. Oh my God, now they're gonna get me. Lord have mercy. They're gonna get me now. Okay, 5'3", starting weight, 240, current weight, 140. I didn't weigh in today, but I think the last was 147. She could be tanned. Okay. Goal weight, I don't really have one. Well, I did say I wanted to lose 20 pounds. That was from 153. So let's say 130. Let's say 130. That's mine. Okay. All right. So let's look up Faith's BMI. All right. So Faith's BMI puts her at obese class 2. It says healthy BMI range. Damn, I didn't want to have a BMI conversation, but it's fine. It's fine. We do this for everybody. But it says healthy BMI range is 18 to 25. Healthy weight is 107 to 145. Okay, so Faith, with that being said, how do you feel about that? And everybody else, go ahead and drop your starting and current and goal weights if you want to, and your heights if you want to. So Faith, how do you feel about that? Are you more of like, I don't mind being bigger, I'm happy, doesn't bother me, not interested in losing any weight, actively interested in losing weight, actively trying to lose weight? What do you feel? How do you feel? Let me know. Okay, so while I wait for y'all to share your weights and stuff in the chat with each other, and I wait for Faith's comment, let's get into some TikToks. Okay. I'm not offended. I've seen it before. I'll lose it when I get there. I'm very active already with working. You'll lose it when you get where? What do you mean? Like you'll lose it when the time comes, you'll lose it when you feel like it? What do you mean I'll lose it when I get there? What does that mean? So you are interested in losing weight. You just haven't started yet. Highest weight 310, current weight 257, goal weight 143 at 5'4". Okay. 5'2", starting weight 43, current weight 189, goal weight 125 to 135. 5'4", starting weight 289, goal weight 148, current weight 136, 41. Nicole, no, you not. Stop lying. You about 27, Nicole. You was a lie. Kim, 5'8", starting weight 280, current weight 168, goal weight 160, 164. When I'm mentally there. Okay. You're initiated. Now I gotta pick on you. I gotta pick on you, Faith. Okay, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead, because we love you here. But you've been initiated. You said you're not offended. None of us ever are. Okay. So mentally, what does it take? Matter of fact, you guys can help me out. What does it, and you let me know, Faith, what does it take mentally to be ready to no longer be obese? Do you see any problems with your weight, Faith? Like, does it give you any problems, any types of pains, aches, any type of like issues with, you said shopping, that's one. Any types of issues with your weight, any types of issues? You're still young, maybe no health issues yet other than the weight itself. But do you have any issues with your weight? And what does it take to mentally, you guys, including Faith, what does it take to mentally decide to not be obese anymore? Or is it just about an aesthetic to you and you don't mind the aesthetic? Starting weight 252, current weight 130, 47, 5'8". 44. You don't need ages. Nurse Michelle, 5'1", starting weight 235, current weight 102, goal weight 105, 57. No, you not, Nurse Michelle. You about 42. No, you not. No, you not, Kim. No, you not. For me, it was that I felt deserving of living. I didn't believe I deserved it before. Starting weight 201, current weight 135, goal weight 125, Gen X. It is a problem, but I don't have any health issues. Do you think your weight has the potential to cause health issues down the line? Because if so, are you willing to wait until those issues arise to do something about the weight? So we've established obese class 2. You've seen it before. You know it's a problem, but you're waiting until you're mentally ready. What does it take to be mentally ready? What does it take? And do you feel like the weight is it just because you don't have any health issues, it just comes down to the aesthetic? Because over here, I would argue the weight is a health issue. Even if you don't have type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, even if you don't have all of that, the weight itself, I would argue at your height or our height, because I'm 5'3", and my highest weight was 240, I would argue the weight itself is an issue. So I'm just curious. The health issue will come, and it will come fast and furious. Y'all keep dropping it in the chat. You can let me know your height, starting, current, and goal weights. If you're not ready to lose weight, actually, you know what? Thank you for commenting, GLP-1. Jen, thank you for commenting, Faith, because we don't get people that's like, I'm not ready yet. That's a first. I've actually been waiting for that. We haven't gotten a person that's like, yeah, I know it's a problem, but I'm not ready yet. So you're about to be our resident almost vain girly. Almost vain. Okay. All right. So let's get into some TikToks, but y'all keep commenting, okay? And as I see Faith's comments, I'm gonna pick on her now because she's initiated. It can't be helped. We can't undo it now. We can't undo it. All right. So these are the TikToks I saved, and they are not in any particular order. We don't have a lot of time left, so I'm just gonna let these play. I want to still know more of what happens when you lose the weight. For those that have lost the weight or are in the process of losing the weight, I want to know how your life gets better. It definitely can get worse. I get motivated for a little while, then stop. I recently lost 20 pounds eating 1 meal a day, but might not keep it up. Okay. Definitely the strategy you use has to be something you can stick to so that you can get the weight off. But Faith, when you're trying to lose weight, do you have a goal in mind? Shut up, Jen. We heart Faith, okay? Do you have a goal in mind? Because I used to fast. I mean, I still fast, but when I first lost weight years ago, it was from fasting. And my goal wasn't large enough, so I didn't continue to lose the weight. I was still obese. So years ago, I started at 220, ended up at 180. I was still obese, but it didn't dawn on me that I had more weight to lose at that time. So this time around, I made my goal to get out of obesity and out of overweight altogether. A lot of people don't like the BMI, but I argue if you're in the obese category, we shouldn't dismiss BMI. If you're more of like a normal weight, but you're muscular, or a little overweight, but you're muscular, then I say fine, you can dismiss BMI if you want. Don't really have a goal. Exactly. That's why you can't stay motivated, Faith. You don't have anything to look forward to. You haven't figured out your why yet. And quiet as kept, this is not unique. A lot of people go through this. Unfortunately, just wanting to be more healthy is not enough of a reason for a lot of people. It wasn't for me. That was one of the reasons, but the reason I started my channel is because I'm vain. I wanted to look better, Faith. I wanted more options for clothes, Faith. That's how we find our tribe over here, Faith. We are vain. We are superficial. We admit that we want to be smaller to fit in plane seats. We want to be smaller so that our hips and our knees don't hurt. We want to be smaller because we want our features to come out in our face. We want our clothes to fit better. We want more options. All the things that people say you're not supposed to say about weight loss, all the things that people shame about weight loss, and I might not have mentioned it, but most of us are on GLP-1s. If you've ever heard of a GLP-1, a lot of people will say, oh, people are just doing it for vanity. Oh, well, I did it, but I didn't do it for vanity. We did it for vanity. Like, yes, we did it for health. Some of us are type 2 diabetics. Some of us were on our way to type 2 diabetes. Some of us had other health issues that needed to be worked out. So yes, losing weight for one, getting on a GLP-1, but you don't have to, obviously. yes, all of that helped us out. But we also care to be cute and have like options and fit on roller coasters and like we care about the little superficial stuff that people are too embarrassed to admit. So when it comes to not having a goal, Faith, I often pick on people that do have a goal, but I say their goal isn't low enough. So, for example, they'll be 5'4", 220, and they'll say their goal is 180. I'm like, what are you doing? That's still obese. I pick on those people. I do on my channel live. I pick on them. I'm like, that goal is not Kim. That goal, Kim is 5'8", though. She a tall girl. I'm like, why would your goal still be obese? And they're like, oh, I don't want to be too thin. Do you have the I don't want to be too thin bug, Faith? Do you have the let me throw out some things that I've heard and you tell me how much of this you feel. I'm not that big. I don't want to be too thin. I don't want to lose my curves. I don't want to look sick. What else? The face card don't decline. I'm still pretty. I still could pull whatever man I want. Sex appeal. You know, he's still going to want the cookie. Does any of that apply? Because a lot of women say it. A lot of women say it. I heard a couple of them already. I heard the thin women are unhappy. I heard that one from you. And there was another one, but I forgot what it was. Faith can text me. We can talk about cute outfits. I'm just saying we are vain. We are like they a little superficial over there. Yeah, we are. We are. And it's okay. We like y'all think is it too soon to expose Faith to skinny talk? You think we're gonna scare her away? You think we're gonna scare Faith away? Like Faith, we believe in putting down the fork. We believe in that. We believe in getting hormonal help for hunger so that it's easier to lose weight. But if you don't want hormonal help, you can do it the good old fashioned way too. You just got to find your why, and your why has to be strong enough and your goal has to be large enough so you know what you're headed toward. Y'all, get her. Get her, y'all. Faith says, I guess the difference between me and everyone else is I don't feel ugly because I'm big. As far as vain, I never stop getting numbers. Men still flock to me. It's all vain. Do y'all want to get her or do you want me to? Do y'all want to get her or do you want me to? Sydney said, jump off, throw her off the cliff. Just throw her into the skinny top deep end. I don't think she's ready yet based on this comment. I don't think she's ready. Who wants to address this one? If you want me to do it, just tell me. If you want me to do it, just tell me. But who wants to address that one? I guess the difference between me and everyone else. She talking about y'all. I don't feel ugly because I'm big. Who want to take it? Shall I or do y'all want to do it? Okay. I got you, girl. Who said anything about feeling ugly? Now, granted, I take it back. Some people did not feel beautiful at their bigger size, okay? So, yes, right? I would say there is a misconception that because a person wants to lose weight, they feel ugly. And it's like, I'm here for both. I'm here for the people that said I didn't feel attractive and now I do. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, Faith. If someone doesn't like the way they look, they should be able to change it. And if you do something about your weight, you shouldn't have to feel ugly to do something about your weight. It doesn't mean that you feel ugly. And a lot of bigger women feel that way. A lot of bigger women feel like if I do something about the weight, I'm telling the world that I feel ugly. That's not necessarily true, but I'm saying if it was true, so what? Nobody should walk around feeling ugly. You can feel beautiful and big. You can feel beautiful and thin. You could not feel beautiful while you're big and then get thin and then feel beautiful. Feeling ugly might be why, which is okay. I don't have a why. My life didn't get worse. Actually, we have gotten more fine. Exactly. 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 It's not about the men or your beauty. I mean, let me speak for myself. I'll let the chat speak for themselves. For me, I was one of the girls that had a pretty face and was big. Would you like to see? I had a pretty face. I still have a pretty face. I feel like my face is prettier, but that's the thing. Like, okay, the girls are always afraid of what they're gonna lose when they lose weight. Like, they scared to lose everything but the weight, right? So what I mean is, if you already have a face card, you're still gonna have a face card. If you already have natural curves, you're still gonna have curves. Quiet as kept, if your curves are only due to obesity, you don't know what your real body look like. So not you specifically, but people are holding on to obesity to try to preserve curves that are only there because of obesity, you know? So, I mean, I just think it's funny. I guess the difference between me and everybody else is I don't feel ugly. You're implying that everybody else feels ugly. Like they don't. Some people don't. Some people do, which is okay. I think they should lose the weight and feel better about themselves, which is totally fine. But some people, I think it's a deflection, is what I'm saying, Faith. I think it's a deflection. I do. Been big and confident all my life, Faith. Always had a man. I lost weight because at 54, my blood pressure started creeping up. The weight was beginning to affect my health. And now Kim is vain like the rest of us. Faith, none of us have issues getting men. I'm not unattractive because I'm fat. I did well with all that stuff, but damn, it feels good to be accomplishing my weight and health goals. It's never about men for me. I love me. So why do you have to be big to love you though? Like, why? I don't even want to say big. Why do you have to? Why do you have to maintain obesity to love yourself though? Like, why is it like? Because I'm hearing a lot of excuses to keep the weight. And again, you're saying I just don't have a why. I don't have a reason to lose it. And I'm like, you got a lot of reasons. You just ain't acknowledging them. You talking about how other people feel instead of how you feel. You talking about how other people feel instead of how you feel. You're associating with your potential why with other people's why. And it's like, no, but what about you? If you don't have a reason, then you just don't have a reason. I'm just saying you ain't looked hard enough. You ain't looked hard enough. And I would hope that you would find your why before the health issues start. Because in my mind, being obese is already a health issue. Like, once we reach obesity, we should be concerned. Like, if you're not obese, don't become obese. If you are obese, get out. Get out now. Because the older you get, the harder it's going to get off. For the record, I'm 30. I just turned 30. I started losing weight when I was 28. The older you get, the harder it's going to be to get that weight off. But it sounds like a lot of the justification for not doing anything about it has to do with your disapproval of why other people choose to do something about it. That's unfortunate. But let's get into some of these TikToks. Y'all can keep going in the chat. I'll keep reading your comments, and then we'll get out of here, okay? Like the stream if you haven't already. Oh, damn. All this music is gonna I'm gonna have to do so much editing to get this out. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. When you're a big girl with a lethal face card. Same city, same hoes, can't move. Face card greater than weight. When face card never declines, so the only thing they can attack is your weight. So why are you so mean? When you got...
I think okay, I'm gonna hold. I don't know y'all, but something about those plus size girlies, they face card be.
All right, you could clear it up for me, Faith. I'm here. I'm listening.
Teeth, baby. I'm talking about teeth. Okay.
I think that people really need to fully grasp that fat does not equate ugly. Like, just because you're big, I'm telling you, bigger girls' face cards literally be so tea. Like, I love me a big girl with that bomb face card. Like, oh my gosh, they be the prettiest ones.
Okay, I'm gonna hold y'all hand real tight when I say this. But one thing about the plus size girlies, face card be tea, baby. They be tea, okay?
The way that this comment sums up my entire existence on the internet. People have such a problem when they are inherently fat phobic and then they see someone who is fat, who is also attractive, and they can't compute two of those sides because they are finding a fat person attractive. So then that creates this visceral hate towards whoever that person is because it's not computing in their little brains that someone can.
We're going to listen to all of this, right? We're going to listen to all of this praise of big women. Fine. I'm not here to judge. I'm just observing. We're going to listen to all of this praise of face cards and all of that. And then we're going to play some skinny talk. That's what we're going to do. I ain't got nothing to say. We're just going to observe. We're going to observe the praising of being big. And then we're going to observe the praise of being small. Does that seem fair? Does that seem fair? Faith says you asked me my reasons or the why to lose weight. I don't have one. I don't feel bad about myself compared to when I was skinny, 120. I can give you health reasons, yes, but I don't keep it up. Okay. Stick around, Faith. You'll change your mind. Listen, I'm just gonna be frank. I think being obese is the reason. It is. That's the reason. That should be enough. But it's not for some people. It's not. It's not that you have to feel bad about yourself. You don't have to do any of that. You can feel great about yourself and then feel better after losing the weight. You can't tell me, Faith, like you must be living in the clouds if it never crossed your mind, because nobody said you had to be 120 at 5'4". That's the lower end of a normal BMI. It's not underweight, but it's the lower end. So you don't have to be 120. There's a lot of weight in between 120 and 220. That's 100 pounds. There's a lot of room to be anything other than obese. So you can't tell me that there wasn't a moment, or there are moments where you consider that life would be a little bit easier without the weight. Even if you're not concerned with more confidence and looking better and feeling better about yourself, which you will, wait on it. Faith, in about a year, you'll still be here and I will be like, V was right. Tell her, Kim. Tell her, Kim. Okay? V was right. V tends to be right, even though V's very annoying. V's very annoying and dramatic, but V tends to be right. You can't tell me that it never crossed your mind that my life might be a little bit easier at, I'm not even going to give you any weight range obese one, because for your height, about 160, somewhere between 160 and 165 is getting out of obesity. You can't tell me you ain't never considered 160, which is still overweight, but I'll give you that. What you ain't never considered 160, 150, 140. It's just, I don't want to be 120. I feel better. I'll do you one better. Are you telling me you feel better at 220 than 120? I don't feel bad about myself compared to when I was skinny at 120. Okay, so you felt self-conscious at 120. Are you saying you feel more confident at 220? And if you do, I'm not going to take that away from you. However, you're also saying that life is not harder with a 100-pound difference. And Faith, I am here to tell you, we heart you, but girl, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Andrew, she already told us. She's 5'4", 220. She already told us. We heart you, but I don't believe you. I don't believe, listen, because as a person that was just 240 2 years ago, I didn't forget where I came from. I remember it fondly, and I'm not going back. I'm not going back. Okay. So you have a little bit of a different perspective where you were smaller, so you know what it was like to be smaller, and now you're bigger. And I think you're saying being bigger is better. Tell me how. Tell me how. I'm happy for every woman who can lose weight if that's your goal. I never hate on any woman. I don't think you are. I've been 150 before. I hold 3 jobs and a single mother. I don't think you're hating at all. I don't. I think you're deflecting. I do think that. I think you're talking about any reason to not be 220. That's what I think. I think you don't see the danger in being 220 at 5'4". I think that you don't feel like it's a big deal. And it keeps coming back to how you feel about yourself. But what I'm saying is, if you're so confident, if you feel so good about yourself, then you have nothing to lose other than the weight. Like, you have nothing to lose by losing the weight. You ain't got to be 120. You ain't got to be 150 if you don't want to, but there's a lot of wiggle room in between to not be obese. Did people tell you you were too small at 120? Okay, I'll give you that. I don't think it's a big deal. Yeah. You black, Faith? Yeah, a lot of black women don't feel like it's a big deal. I'll lead in to try to see your profile picture. A lot of black women don't feel like it's a big deal, but then we complain about having disproportionate rates of disease in certain areas. We complain about disproportionate obesity rates. We complain about, Lord, I don't want to get into the pregnancy. Oh Lord. We complain about disproportionate ailments, right? Disproportionate rates. And we don't even want to talk about the fact that a lot of those issues that are disproportionate compared to other groups is because we're overweight. Like, most of America is overweight, and most of America ain't even black people. But in our small community of 13%, 13.5% of the population, yeah, we're overweight. I thought I was too small at 120. I gained weight to get to 150. Okay, how did you feel at 150? How did you feel? Andrew, she already gave it to us. She's 36. Her BMI is 37, which is obese class 2. She already gave it to us. But thank you. How did you feel at 150 compared to 220? You don't miss that 150? I mean, even if you don't feel like you would look better aesthetically, because I don't believe in staying big for an aesthetic. Not to say that you said that, but I'm just saying it doesn't have to be about aesthetic. It's about aesthetic for a lot of us because we're vain and we feel like we look better small. We just do. Smaller than when we were bigger. Actually, I meant to show you that. Let me put TikTok away for a minute, and let me show you what I looked like when I started my channel. And I don't think I was ugly. I just think I was obese, which I was. That has nothing to do with being ugly. Okay. That has nothing to do with being ugly. I'll show you a few different I guess weights along the way. I'll show you a couple of different videos so you and the others that might be new watching can see where I came from. Okay, so this was me when I first started losing weight. Okay, hold on. Those were too much titties for me. For Faith, it was too much. It was too much. My back was hurting, Faith. My back was hurting, girl. And by no means do I feel like you're saying to not lose weight. I didn't get that impression at all. I did not get that impression at all. Okay, so let's skip ahead in the journey a wee bit. I didn't feel ugly here. Not even a little bit. I didn't feel ugly. I felt fat, but I didn't feel ugly. I didn't feel ugly. Let's go a little further. Hold on. Let's go here. I didn't feel ugly. Okay. Still losing the weight. Feeling better looking as the weight comes off, but I didn't feel ugly. Okay. I didn't feel ugly. Let's continue. I'm gonna work you all the way up to where we are now. I'm working you through a transition. I didn't feel ugly. Actually, I feel like a hell of a baddie right there. Girl, how much you weigh right there, V? Girl, V, how much you weigh, V? Shit. It was shit talking aesthetic. I could have stopped right there. Damn. Good googly fucking moogly. I feel like a damn ragamuffin today. My hair was done. What the hell? Got my lashes on. Shit. That's a baddie if you ask me. Okay, got my lip liner on. Doing the damn thing. Okay. All right. Like, there was no, and this was more recent. Okay. This is more recent. Not feeling the fuglies. I'm not feeling the fuglies. I'm not at all. I'm not feeling the fug. Oh no, that's a terrible example because that video got messed up. Hold on. I'm not feeling the fuglies. I'm not feeling it. Yeah. Last but not least, I'll show you my latest swimsuit try on haul. Okay. I feel better than I did. That don't mean I felt ugly before, but even if a person did, if they feel beautiful now, I think that's a wonderful thing. I really do. I think that's a wonderful thing. Let's see, y'all. Where is the, I think I put it on members only. Y'all about to get a glimpse of, where is that? Well, we can just go with that because I don't know where the video's at. We can go with that. Okay. And I've lost weight since this. This was recent. This was just a few weeks ago. This was a month ago. I've lost weight since this. Y'all ain't members. Y'all ain't supposed to see all of this. Y'all's looking at all my good stuff. Okay. Become a member, damn it. Become a member. All right. So said all of that to say, thank you, Faith. I said all of that to say, whether you felt unattractive before, because I think ugly is a strong word, right? I think there's feeling like you're not attractive, as attractive as you want to be, and then there's feeling ugly. But with all that being said, I think that regardless of where you're starting from and how you feel about yourself, if you feel great about yourself, then it's only going to improve. If you feel bad about yourself, it's only going to improve. Have fun, Kimmy. Have fun, girl. So I just wanted to show the progression of where I came from without feeling like I was in a relationship. It's not that I couldn't get a man. I've been married. Like, it's not that I couldn't get a man. Oh, I know you said it's not about men, but just putting it out there for the record. Like, it's not, you could get a man, and I didn't really drag old girl for the point that she was making about men taking advantage, because I'm gonna save that for another stream. But yeah, the big women get taken advantage of. Not all of them, not all, but yeah. Hey Levi. Who, me? Sydney? It was members only. I did it public and then I moved it to members only. Levi, shut up. Levi, shut up. Okay. You can get a man. Finding a good man is the issue. Listen, hey, I think that you can find good men if you, because the problem with what she was saying is that she's being just as superficial as those men. She is calling herself better, not Faith, the woman in the video. She is calling herself better because she's bigger. Because she's saying she's not as shallow, but quiet as kept. I'ma say it and then I'ma move on. I'ma say it and then I'ma run. Like throwing something and hide my hand. You can't afford to be shallow. You can't afford to be shallow. That's what it is. I'm not saying we should be shallow, but quiet as kept, it sounds like she mad at women that have the confidence to get what they want out of men, whether it's by gold digging means or whether it's just by having a standard. Whether it's by gold digging means or whether it's just by having a standard, she don't seem to apply to either category, because she didn't say she was getting what she wanted out of men. She said the men take advantage, but we know how to treat them. What? What? Why you gonna bring up men if you're not gonna bring up men that are loving and take care of you and spoil you? Why bring them up? Why bring up your ability to just get any man? Who wants just any man? Like, so I don't know, but let's continue through the rest of this these TikToks, and then we're gonna get to skinny talk, and then we're gonna get out of here. I don't have a lot of opinion otherwise, but thank you so much, Faith, for participating, and I hope you stick around, girl. Anybody else still in the clouds? Don't be shy. Come down. We don't bite for the most part. Jen might, but you know, there's that.
Be fat and can be attractive. And that's my dissertation today.
And another thing, and I know this is going to ruffle some feathers, but like, I'm just going to say it anyway. I've just been realizing something about dating while being overweight that's like kind of been hard to explain without sounding offensive, honestly, even to myself. And it's not that I think that fat people are unlovable, because I obviously know that that's not the case. It's more just, and again, this is a me thing personally, someone who is in a bigger body that's trying to lose a significant amount of weight. Dating is very emotionally confusing. And what I mean by that is, I feel like the men that I attract right now are not necessarily aligned with the kind of future relationship that I actually want long term. And at the same time, if I'm being brutally honest, I really think the type of man that I picture myself with is not a man who typically would date a bigger woman. And I know that sounds crazy, and that sounds like honestly kind of mean. And honestly, it's a painful thing to admit out loud, but I just think that it's true. And not because I think I'm not worthy now or that I'm worthless right now, but because I think it forces us, or forces me at least, to confront how much physical attraction really impacts dating, even when we like pretend that it doesn't. So it feels almost like I'm dating in a temporary version of myself, because I know this is not my full version of me, as weird as that sounds. But then it makes me think, like, do I wait? Do I date anyway? Would it hurt more if like the guy only wanted me after I lost the weight? Would I even trust it? Like, there's just like so many thoughts. I don't know. I just know that this phase feels very emotionally weird and kind of like confusing. And so for that, to like, by that same token, that's the expression I was looking for, I don't know if dating really makes sense right now. And that's really all there is.
Things that aren't talked about enough as a plus size person. If you are out with a group of friends, no guy or girl is ever going to come up to talk to you. Specifically leaning towards more guys. I have had this happen to me multiple times in the past. If I'm out with a bigger group, or even if I'm out with a small group with my two best friends, people will always go up to them and never to me. Especially if you are out at a college party and you're with your group of friends and guys start coming up to you and they hug everyone else except you. You kind of get the half-ass smile, like, meaning men who just want to come up and talk to your friends are gonna give you the half-ass, like, kind of smile, not people who you're actually friends with. There are some rare occasions where I've had men come up to me. It is like a 0.5%. Now, I'm not asking for guys to come up to me, but it is definitely something I have noticed while being in college and going out a lot. Even now that I'm out of college, you notice it a lot. Which honestly, I really don't care, because I'm out to have a good time with my friends. But if you notice, out of all friend groups, if you look around you and there's a bigger girl in that friend group, you will see guys most of the time talking to the skinnier girls, and the plus size girl is being left out. It's kind of like guys are scared of us, in a sense. I get it. People have a certain type, but it happens a lot more frequently than you think. I'll give you another scenario that has happened a lot of times. When you're out and one of your friends has a guy that wants to buy you shots, you will get left out of that shot round. They'll just mistakenly miscount. It happens, but that's besides the point. I have been seeing a lot of videos recently where it's now plus size girls who are going out in college and they have skinny friends. And they have been in the same situation that I've been in. Lucky enough for me, I really didn't care about men. I'm here to have a good time and enjoy life, and that's about it. So if guys realistically come up to me, I don't really give a crap. But it's a pattern that I have seen consistently.
She weighs over 300 pounds, and I happen to have a big belly. And
I feel like I'm the wrong type of fat a lot. No hate to this creator. She is beautiful and she has a beautiful message. But when I see her and I see me, and I weigh a little bit less than her, and we're about the same height, it feels like I'm the wrong type of fat because we're not seeing my body type out in the world as often or if ever. I see her and she is the image that I have seen through my teens and my 20s through the body positivity movement. And the reason why I think I haven't been able to join that movement internally, I see her and I see literally a perfect butt and literally gorgeous thick thighs, and then I see me and I see a really flat butt and really not thick thighs and a much bigger belly, and she calls herself a big bitch. And if she calls herself that, then what am I? And I think that this is what I've been feeling for a good portion of my at least adult life, when I became fully conscious that there are multiple types of fat, and according to the world, I'm the wrong type of fat. And there is no one out there that looks like me that I can see. So again, no hate to this creator. She is beautiful and she seems like an amazing person that I would want to be friends with. This is the first time I think I've been able to express how it feels publicly.
The worst part about being fat is not the fucking weight. It's the amount of missed opportunities that you miss because of it. I got invited to a red carpet event. That's something I used to dream about, like, dream. And I'm literally this close to saying fuck it and not going because I can't find a fucking dress that fits me, that doesn't look like I'm going to a quinceañera or a fucking prom. Like, I just left 5 stores and spent hours looking online, and there's nothing. There's nothing.
My bad, I was muted. When I saw this one, I was like, girl, I felt so bad for her because I'm like, she's being vulnerable about the limitations of being able to find clothing at her size, especially at the drop of a dime. And man, have I been there. This is why I still have the habit now of shopping weeks in advance, because I'm not used to being able to find something nice to wear easily. Like, I mean, shopping is still honestly kind of hard. I consider it an extreme sport after weight loss. It's still difficult, but it's not as difficult. You know what I mean? So yeah, I felt bad for her, and she's being vulnerable, and that's a struggle that a lot of women don't want to be honest about. Wrong type of fat girl. It's the attitude towards yourself. Has she not seen Drewski? He picked the big girl. Okay. Okay. Let's continue.
Thing that says she's arrived, you know? Like, don't get me wrong. I know I'm not here sopping about being fat. I know I did this to myself partially. There's, of course, other factors. But I'm working so hard to lose it. And until I do, I don't deserve to feel beautiful. Like, I don't deserve to have clothes that look fucking beautiful. I don't want to keep saying.
I think this is crazy a little bit because I think what she's wearing now is nice. I think it's nice, but I get it. It's not, you know, she wants something special for the red carpet. So I understand, but I'm like, girl, you look, her clothes are nice. Like, I don't, okay.
No to the opportunities because I won't feel pretty enough or cool girl enough, or I don't want to look like a fucking 50-year-old grandma. I just want to look like the bad bitch I am, and that's so fucking real. Why aren't there clothes for that don't cost $10,000s of dollars? With that being said, I really don't want to miss this event. It's something I used to dream of, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity. So please, if you know anyone in LA, the event is literally in 5 days. If you know anyone in LA that's a stylist, worst thing. You know what? You know what? This fucking sick.
It's okay if you need to go and get you a little ice cream from Sonic. It is okay. It's okay if you can't sit in your Sonic parking lot and enjoy your ice cream and you have to go find some random ass parking lot because the fucking kids at the Sonic make fun of you every fucking time you go. It's okay.
I'm just gonna say everything is not for the internet. Yeah, everything's not for the internet. That was me my whole life, wearing house curtains and couch covers on huge ass floral patterns and paisleys. It was so ugly and I was so sad. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm extremely vain. Even at my biggest weight, I still like to dress for my body. And man, when I realized I couldn't find, even online, I couldn't find something flattering to wear. Like I could find stuff that would fit, but it wasn't flattering. That was the signal. I'm sorry, I'm vain. That was the bat signal I needed. Cause I'm like, there's no way. Like I'm willing to hide most of the year, but when it's time to go on vacation, I need clothes. I'm not wearing leggings and a crop top on vacation. Like I need clothes. And when I couldn't find them, I couldn't find swimwear. And when I did, it was ugly. I said, oh, that's what we're doing. Oh, that's what we're doing. Okay. That's what we're doing. Okay. All right. All right. Don't be dismissive of my experience, Delilah. Don't do that. Don't do that. Talking about but you're young where you have options. I just said I got so big that I didn't have options. Now I may have had more options than Lane Bryant, but that don't make my experience any less real. Don't do that. Don't do that, Delilah. Yes, I'm gonna call you out. Don't do that. Yeah, but it was different for me. It was worse. Okay. It was still bad. Like the point is, we were bigger than the availability of clothes that we wanted to wear. That's the point. It don't matter if it happened in 1980, 90, or 2022, 3, 4, 5. It don't matter. It don't really matter when it was, but I love you, girl.
If I'm not...
The worst thing about being fat or being a bigger girl is not finding clothes. It's not people being mean to you. In my opinion, that's not the worst thing about being fat or being a big girl. The worst thing about that is the type of men you attract. Genuinely, I'm telling you, I swear I attract the weirdest and the most odd type of men, and the way that people communicate that they are interested in me is the worst type of ways. Usually when it comes to society's beauty standards, like, bigger girls aren't up there, and that really reflects in the dating pool. Like, men are afraid to publicly date women they find attractive for those reasons, including bigger women. I will have men comment in my comment section or somewhere and say something really mean and hateful about me, or in person, and then they'll hit me up. They'll hit me up and be like, I was just kidding, or I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, and be like, I actually think you're really attractive. Huh? Or like, genuinely, like, I get catcalled. I'm sure a lot of other women get catcalled, but the way that I get catcalled is just so, like, maybe men think it's more acceptable because I'm not, like, society beauty standard, and they're like, oh, maybe she wants it. Like, she doesn't really get complimented. No, it's so weird. Like, for example, I went to New York a few weeks ago.
In a world where everybody's saying skinny, 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 lose the weight or you're worthless.
Nobody's saying that. Nobody is saying that. I hate when people do this.
I have a Hope Core video for you, big girls. This is Hope Core, because the day that I've had today, I am like, wait a second. This is how it went. I started off my day, and this is reality, guys. I'm not dreaming. This is reality. Started off my day going to a workout event. Ella designed extended sizing with the brand Form. Okay, so I started an event today by the beach, working out with curvy girls, looking side to side and activewear that fits us. Come home. I had a delivery of, sneak peek, plus size swimwear that
Men that like bigger girls, please, 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 please. It's getting really scary out here. I'm not saying that this wasn't ever in style, but it's certainly not in style right now, okay? And it's not appreciated, it's not celebrated. I just want the men that are okay with this. Where are these men at?
I'm starting to get like, why are we talking about men? Oh God, these women talk about men a lot. Like, wow.
If you want to know if your face card is valid, walk into a gas station. walk into a gas station, go pump your gas. That's all you need to know, because the girlies who know. So if you know, you know. If you want to check it to see if your face card is valid, go.
Personally, I guess she was saying that you'll get hit on at the gas station. I didn't know that that was a flex. You know who be at the gas station? Everybody that has a car. But you know who be hitting on people at the gas station? People, listen, whatever. People that be like, can I get $3 on pump 2? While they're asking for $3 on pump 2, yeah, they're hitting on you. And you proud of that face card. You're be beautiful. That's fine. Have a face card. But you think you eating because Mr. Can I get 5 on pump 7 out loud in front of everybody? In front of everybody. Yo, let's get 5 on 7. Handing over a $5 bill. Might get a black and mild while he at it. You proud of that? I'm not hating. $12? That's an upgrade. I heard the $12. I heard it be the man with no debit card, no bank account. No debit card, no bank account. He's carrying he got $5 in cash. That's all he has for the tank. And he might not even put the whole 5 in there. He might put 4 in there and get a black amount because he just needs to get back up the road. I didn't specify no race. I didn't specify no age. This is what I see at the gas station. Sure, there's people in luxury cars that pull up to the gas station, sure. Typically, they're with somebody else, though. Typically. You think that that's a flex. Can I bum a 526 on pump 3 and can I bum a smoke? Yes, the black. Yes, to the black. Absolutely. Keto, you know I'm not lying. They want to black him out. Plus a black. Yes, absolutely. And that's what you flexing on, because every time you walk into the gas station, the dude that don't have a job at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, you're on your lunch break and he's outside the gas station talking about good morning, beautiful. Talking about you single. Talking about hello, how you doing? That's what we flexing on. Okay. Grand Rising Queen. You got a man? I could be your man too. You trying to get to work and he there because he ain't got no job, but he got a car. It's probably his baby mama car or his mother's car or his grandmother's car. But she flexing on that. Let's get into some skinny talk while we're out of here. Strap in, Faith, you are in for a treat. You may not like it, but this is how we roll around here. All right, let's do this. Just like the stream if you haven't already.
Life is way too short for you to feel uncomfortable in your own body. Life is too short. Let me tell you something. The faster you start now, the faster you're going to get to your dream body. A lot of y'all be asking me, Treasure, how long will it take? I have this as a goal. I'm not seeing goals fast enough. What? So you're gonna, in the meantime, just feel uncomfortable in your body? Wouldn't you rather work towards a goal? Wouldn't you rather have a higher likelihood of reaching said goal if you just kept your promises to yourself? And I know it's not easy. It's easier said than done, but we have got to get out of victim mentality and put in the work.
Because when I tell you, people will definitely treat you differently when you lose weight. I don't care. They will treat you differently. Is it right? No. Is it true? Hell yes. I used to be 226 pounds. Now I'm coming in at a whopping 155. They treat me differently.
So the reason why you're fat or why you cannot lose the weight is because you cannot stop fucking eating. It doesn't matter if you go to the gym 24/7. It doesn't matter if you have the most perfect meal plan. If you cannot control yourself around food and stop eating when you are actually full, for the most part, then you are going to be set up to fail. You are going to continue to be hefty, heavy, thick, obese, fat, whatever word you want to put there. That is the end game for you, unless you start to change your eating styles and your behaviors and your mindset. That's it. Losing weight is like running a marathon. You have to prepare for it. You have to know it's going to take a long time. And most of it is mental. It's a mental hurdle that you have to get through. And that's where most people miss the mark, because they expect it to be just all about workouts and lower calorie meal plans and all of that shit. It's not. You have to get control of your eating habits and your behaviors and your mindset. And without that, you will fail. Losing weight is a skill. Not many people have the skill to do it.
I'm just gonna say it. We live in a world where everything revolves around instant gratification. You can order food at the click of a button. You can send a text immediately. You can order a package and expect that it'll show up a day or two later. The most important skills I think that we can have is delayed gratification, because delayed gratification is trading what feels good now for what will feel incredible later. When it comes to working out in the gym, you cannot go into the gym on day one and expect to have abs. I'm sorry, that's just the truth. But you keep going because you know that eventually you will. And then you see your abs in the mirror one day and you're like, okay, social media is a big part of it. I posted for months, if not years, before anything really started to take off. But as soon as it did, that is when everything clicked for me. Even for my company that I'm building, there was a point in time that I was posting about 20 times a day. I had one video that went viral and it completely changed my life for my company.
That you have to accept if you want to get skinny. They're going to compare their plate to yours. They're going to try to match your eating habits with theirs. And then they're going to proceed to tell you that you look sick and that you need to gain some weight. They'll start to call you sick. They'll start to say that you don't look your best. They'll say you're looking kind of weak. But they're all just saying that just to sabotage you. They don't want you doing your best. They don't want you looking your best. It's up to you how you want to respond. It's pretty ironic how people will think that you're trying to harm yourself and that you're not doing what's best for you, while they actively try to copy you and look like you. And you can tell when they look at you and they're like, what is she eating? Like, how much is in her plate? Oh, she only ate that many bites? Oh, she's eating that with a fork, not with her hands. They're going to look at you. This is a true test to see whether or not you actually lost the weight for you or other people. Because if you lost it for other people, chances are you're going to listen to them and gain it all back. If you want to feel your best, which could be your lightest, your healthiest, and your most fit, then keep doing what you're doing, and they're gonna have to accept what comes with your new identity and your new self.
We need to start being honest with people when they ask us how we lost the weight. Because if you're just telling someone, oh yeah, I walk an hour a day and the weight is just falling off, like, I'm sorry, but you're not telling the truth. And people are out here doing 1/8 of the work and then quitting because they're not seeing results. Like, if someone asks me, I'm literally like, how much do you want to know? Like, how in detail do you want me to go? Because I'm doing the most. I am drinking protein coffee every morning for breakfast. I am in a strict... I am measuring and weighing all of my food. I work out 7 days a week and I don't eat after 6 p.m. Like, do you want to go into my workouts? Do you want to know how I alternate between cardio and weightlifting? Like, we have to be honest because people aren't putting in the work necessary to see the weight come off. So next time someone asks you, ask them how much do you want to get into this? Because I can give you the high level, I can give you the detailed version. And if you're in the middle of trying to lose weight and you're just not seeing the results that you want to see, you need to start like tweaking things and trying new things to figure out what's going to actually work for your body, because it takes a lot. Like, you literally have to be doing the most.
Listen, that cookie ain't going nowhere. That restaurant ain't going nowhere. That cheat meal ain't going nowhere. That snacks, the bag of hot Cheetos, the whatever you eat. I said hot Cheetos because I used to eat my fair share of hot Cheetos. It ain't going nowhere. You're going to be able to find it tomorrow. You're going to be able to find that pastry next week.
Girl, you better preach. I missed part of what she said, but this was my revelation earlier this year. It ain't going nowhere. I don't have time to get on my high horse about it. Maybe we can do that with the what are you eating stream. What is on that plate? What's on that plate? Everybody want a cheat meal. Everybody want a cheat day. Everybody want a snack. It ain't going nowhere. But let me let her cook. Let me let her cook.
A year from now, why don't you just set it aside and don't give in to instant gratification? Because those snacks, that food, that couch, that bed rot, whatever you want to call it, it's not going anywhere. You can always do that later. Think of yourself in the future and ask yourself, am I happy that I gave into this at this very moment? Think about 6 months from now, a year from now. Don't do it. I also just realized that I do enjoy going to the gym, and I don't just do it for weight loss, because I'm still taking myself to the gym even though I'm down literally 10 pounds, and I'm still like, no, I need to get myself to the gym. So I just mix my little electrolytes in here. I might have a little snack. I might have some beef or a little bit of bacon before I go to the gym. Still on carnivore, going strong. I feel amazing. I will share this though. I had a bacon and eggs earlier this morning at a marketing meeting. I had a breakfast marketing meeting. And of course I wasn't going to eat, but then I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and order bacon and eggs since it's on the menu. I can eat this on carnivore. And that way I can just be like eating with everybody. And I'm not the person that's like not eating. Literally, I felt so different because they weren't the eggs and bacon that I cook in grass-fed butter. And I felt a little bloated. It went away, but earlier I felt a little bloated and I felt kind of off. And I figured it probably had to do with maybe they cooked it in oil.
That if you are consistent with whatever it is, then you will see results. You just have to pick a workout routine that you are going to stick with and be consistent with. Consistency is the only way you're going to see results, no matter what you choose to do. Like, consistency is the number one thing that people struggle with. You can go really hard for a couple days and then you miss a day or two and you're automatically off of that routine. That's why my no skip more than 2 days in a row rule has kept me accountable, because it makes me show up. Even when I don't want to, you show up, because you are not always going to be motivated, but you always have to stay consistent. If you run consistently, you're going to see results. If you eat clean consistently, you're going to see results. If you do Pilates consistently, you're going to see results. If you walk consistently, you're going to see results. Consistency is key. That is how you will get success.
Hi, pretty girl. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you're someone who struggles with procrastination, I'm going to give you advice as a non-procrastinator that's really going to help you. You've convinced yourself that the difference between you and me is that one of us is productive while the other one
will find a way, and the people who don't will find an excuse. Everybody wants results until it requires sacrifice, consistency, and discipline. And that's where most people start to find excuses. But the people who are successful in reaching their goals aren't always the most motivated, they are the most committed. They will.
You hear that, Faith Girly? You hear that, Faith Girly? The skinny top girly's gonna get you. It ain't about motivation, it's about that commitment. But let her cook. I got one more skinny top compilation dedicated to the I'm not motivated yet girlies.
Find a way every single time.
Harris, I don't know if somebody is your real friend.
Lose weight.
Side through family trauma.
My bad. Hold on. I have one more compilation before we get out of here. This is for the not motivated girlies yet. Not motivated yet.
Feet and have since lost 154 pounds. And this is everything we did to lose it. 1. Incorporating strength training into our workout routine. Not only does this help build muscle, but it means you're burning more calories for longer. It's not a myth that short girls have to live on a small amount of calories, so staying in a deficit can be tough. Eat high volume, low calorie. You can do this by adding extra veg to your meals. Caffeinated drinks. If we can get anything that boosts our metabolism and puts us in fat burning mode, then we're all for it. We've said it before and we'll say it again, a weighted vest. This is such a cheat, you could literally be wearing it all day. And be burning significantly more calories of someone of your weight and height. Move more. Small people burn less, they require less energy. So keep your energy levels up and burn as much as you can throughout the day.
Nobody wants to take you out when you're fat because you're going to embarrass them. You bring his value down. Like, I'm serious. I'm going to tell you a secret. If this dude is out with a fat chick, I've already been through it with James. So I'm going to tell you, this is what y'all look like, the number 10. And he doesn't want to look around and look at people looking at him with the fat chick. That means he broke. You understand? It means I'm broke. I'm nobody. My stock has plummeted, okay? Or I got taken advantage of, married, and then she got fat, and now I'm stuck. And
Who is this? Is this Shira 7? I can't tell if that's her or not. She said he don't want people looking at him. That means he broke. I ain't saying that. We listen and we don't judge. Let's continue.
I'm miserable. That's what that means. So, this is what you want to look like. The number 18. Okay. You don't want to be a stick. No, he could be skinny, whatever. But you want to look like the number 18. If you don't got no booty, you can look like the number 9. But at least number 18 is good. They don't want to take you out looking like that. They'll bring you food. They'll tell you they love you. They'll do all of that good stuff, but they don't want to be seen in public, baby. It's just a reality check. Everybody knows that's the truth. My sugar daddy told me looking good is a need, so I'm taking advantage of that. Exactly.
Calorie deficits aren't toxic, but blaming everything on your hormones is. Learning self-control and portion control isn't toxic, but saying that you're too old to lose the weight is. Getting up and demanding at least 10,000 to 20,000 steps of walking for yourself a day isn't toxic, but bitching that you don't have the time to walk is. Deciding that you want to lose the weight just to look better isn't toxic, but feeling like shit and not doing anything about it is. Taking full accountability and responsibility for the 10, 20, 30 pounds that you've gained in the past couple years isn't toxic, but blaming it on everything else except for what you put in your mouth is. Do you know who's responsible for your body? You. Do you know who's responsible for what you eat? You. Do you know who's responsible for how much movement you get every day? You. You know what's amazing about that? You have the ability to change it whenever the fuck you want to.
I hate the saying, it's like, nothing you just get as skinny feels. But like, the way people treat you when you're skinny, that feels better than most foods.
If you want to always be in shape, look snatched, and most importantly have healthy digestion, you should eat your foods in the right order. Always start your meal with veggies and green salad, then protein. Also, your meal should include healthy fats, and the last thing you eat is carbs. This order will slow glucose absorption and keep your blood sugar stable. Also, it helps me with my calorie intake. The best healthy habit you can teach yourself is to always include salad or steamed vegetables to your meals, and to start with that.
How you should eat desserts if you want to stay skinny. First, fiber. And then you actually eat a dessert. Fiber slows down the absorption of sugar, so your blood sugar doesn't spike and crash. No crash, no fat storage. It's not about the diet, it's about all the tricks you should know.
How do I stay so thin while eating so much? Well, if you want to be skinny, it's not rocket science. It's a very simple math, a calorie deficit. Problem is, y'all be overcomplicating everything for no reason. Y'all are out here doing the most to be skinny, putting your fingers down your throat, starving yourselves, when all you had to do was go for a walk and stop eating so much. It is that simple. Problem is, you are obsessed with food and you're putting food on a pedestal before any other thing in your life. Get a hobby, go for a walk, stop eating 3 meals a day. We all know that's well, not all of us, but now you know it's a scam. If I told you if you didn't eat for a day, you would get the same results that you're getting overexerting yourself, exhausting yourself at the gym. There'd be no need for a meal plan. There'd be no need for a fitness routine. Don't get scammed. Y'all are out here getting scammed. Losing weight should be easy. It should feel easy. If it doesn't feel easy, then you're doing it wrong. If losing weight feels hard, then you're doing it wrong.
When I decided to take my health serious and lose weight, my options in men change, and I'm on a quest to find my husband. Hear me out, hear me out. I'm sure you guys are not gonna wanna hear this, but I'm gonna tell you anyways. As much as you do not believe it, your weight plays a part in your dating, and high value men do not like big women.
Hey babe, you can believe me or not, but people are skinny because they don't eat that much. It's not their metabolism. Yeah, I used to be that person that was like, oh no, she looks like that because her metabolism, like she eats like trash and literally
Okay, I stepped away for a moment, but I see Faith saying she take 20,000 steps a day. What that diet looking like though, Faith? Don't worry, we gonna have a stream. Make sure you're here for it of what we eating, because the girls think we can hot girl walk and gym girly our way out of obesity, and you can't. Gotta fix that kitchen. Gotta fix what's on that plate.
She looks so skinny. It's literally because she ate a piece of air for breakfast, 2 chicken nuggets for lunch, and a yogurt ice cream dip for dinner. They're not eating that much. And if these Bella Hadids have actually convinced you that they eat pizza every single day or whatever, it's mental, innate. People are skinny because they don't eat that much. Yes, some people do have a faster metabolism, but not as fast as you think. They just really aren't eating that much. See, my husband is a perfect example of that. He has a twin brother. His twin brother is literally 40 pounds more than he is. Yeah. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, Bridger's metabolism is just so fast. No, it's not. It's the fact that he's literally a grown-ass 5'9" man eating roughly 1,800 calories. There was this one time I was like, Bridger, what did you eat today? And he was like, oh, I got this huge burrito. I looked up the burrito. It's 1,000 calories. So yes, huge burrito. He ate half of it for breakfast, the other half at lunch/midday. He just wasn't that hungry for dinner. So I said, so you've only had 1,000 calories today.
Don't listen to me. Listen to your doctor. But if I was you, I would drop that 1 meal a day because that's hard. There's nothing wrong with 1 meal a day if it works for you. But if it doesn't work, adjust your eating to your schedule. Drop the snacks, plan actual meals, 2 to 3 meals a day, and switch it to your prioritizing your protein and fats so you stay full longer. Or if you are going to do 1 meal a day, prioritize your protein and fats so that you're staying full longer, so that you don't need a snack. Drop the snacking, time your meals, cook your meals preferably, and make sure you sound like you're already into fasting. So make sure you're not eating during your fasting window or snacking or drinking anything. Drop the drinking of the calories if you do. If you don't, even better. But yeah, I mean, you walk 20,000 steps a day. You need to eat something. It's okay to eat. It's what you're eating and how much you're eating, how often you're eating. I'd be more concerned with how many times you eat in a day, including them snacks, and what you're eating. But I typically don't give diet advice. But if you already into fasting, go ahead and take that 1 meal to 2 meals because you're so active, 2 to 3 meals. Keep your fasting, but take it up from 1 meal and just change the composition of what you're actually eating. Switch out those carbs and snacks for actual food.
That burrito is the only thing you've consumed. He's like, well, yeah, it was huge.
And stop switching up what you're doing so frequently. I just realized what you said either. Sometimes it depends on the month. Sometimes figure out your work schedule, not figure out your work schedule, but build around your work schedule. You're a busy mom, you're a busy working mom. So plan your eating around your work schedule to the best of your ability. It takes some planning. But it's not easy, but yeah, you gotta take some time to plan the best that you can. And stop switching what you're doing so frequently. You're not sticking to one thing long enough for it to work. You're either getting bored or you're losing motivation. No, change what you're eating. Make sure you're eating because you're active. You don't need to be low calorie, high fasting, and high activity. You don't need to do all of that. Pick a struggle, girl. It's gonna be hard, so you may as well just pick a struggle. If you got to be active for work, don't pick the food struggle. Make sure you're eating. Cut out the processed food. Yeah. Most of us are also taking a GLP-1. It changes your hormone to support weight loss, just being transparent. And it also controls the hunger. It controls the hunger, and it also supports you in your weight loss. She didn't say. I'm not sure. Y'all know I don't be pushing GLP-1s like that unless people are already interested. I don't be like, get on a GLP-1 unless Jen says it. Then I'll be like, yeah, get on the GLP-1. You know. I am sexy and I know it. I figured it out. I'm 5'3" and a half. Me too. 151 pounds. Morning fasted. Am I overweight? No, you're in a normal BMI. Wait, no, I'm sorry. You are roughly 10 pounds. But I mean, if you at your weight, I would be concerned about other things other than BMI. At your weight, you're not obese. If you want to lose more weight, you could, but you may not have to. It just depends on your preference. But if you're talking about BMI, then yes, slightly. But does that mean you're unhealthy? No, it depends on what your other habits are like. I'm not against it, but don't take anything. All right, Jen gave the cue. Yeah, Faith. Yeah, I'm standing behind Jen. Get on the GLP-1. Get on the GLP-1. But if you say no, I'm gonna be like, I got your back. All right, just a few more and then we're out of here.
Because if you take his literal twin brother, he eats twice, sometimes 3 times the amount.
You're just not, it's not gonna happen. Like, you have to get to a point where, like, I'm so freaking done with this. I'm so fucking. It's lost journey. You're not gonna lose to hear this, but I wish that I did. So I'm gonna tell you, if you're on a weight loss journey, you're not gonna lose the weight until you really want to. Like, you're just not, it's not gonna happen. Like, you have to get to a point where, like, I'm so freaking done with this. I'm so fucking done with this shit. Like, I'm laughing because I remember that feeling of like, oh, fuck this. Like, I hate this. I hate this. When you feel like I can't stand looking at myself and feeling the way that I feel, you will lose the weight, because it's going to be such a driving force of like, I have to do this not for anybody else but myself. I don't like the way that I feel. I don't like the way that my clothes fit. I don't like the way that like I go around this world feeling. I'm not confident. I don't feel like I look good. I don't feel pretty. Like, it's literally the crappiest feeling, and I don't wish it on anybody, but I have been there. Like, I have literally been there, and I'm telling you, you have to get to a point where you're like, I don't care what I have to do. Like, I need change. I need to do what is best for me, what is best for my body, what is best for my confidence, what is best for my work. I mean, literally me losing weight, it has changed so much. Like, it's changed the way that I interact with people, the way that people treat me, and that sucks. That's a harsh reality, right? But it's the truth. Like, people are nicer. People do things for you, like open doors. Like, I'm at a grocery store and I'm looking at some.
It's all dark. I mean, not dark, muted. I was trying to say I need to go do my workout before it gets dark. Like the stream if you haven't already. Now listen, Faith, this chat, not me, because I'm different. I'm special. They a bunch of GLP-1 groupies. Okay, so listen. I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying talk to your doctor and see if it's a good option. And if it's not, then you know there are other things. But if it is, then it doesn't hurt. It's like women don't get confident till weight loss because being overweight sucks, Faith. You ain't learned that yet? I mean, maybe not for you. Maybe you're the outlier. But for the majority, being overweight sucks. So it's not that people are walking around hating themselves, but being overweight sucks. People treat you differently. That wasn't the thing for me, but it's like it's harder. It's a harder life for a lot of people. So if you are saying it's not harder for you, you don't have no problems, it's not that big of a deal. Keep the weight, Faith. Keep your big back, Faith. That's not an attack. I call everybody big backs. We are big backs in recovery, though. Faith want to keep her big back, y'all. Faith want to keep her big back, okay? Listen, proud groupie. But all right, I'm just saying, like, y'all act like GLP-1s are the answer for everybody, and I keep trying to tell y'all they're not. But I wouldn't discourage talking to your doctor about it. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't say just get on a GLP-1 like you hooligans. Like, no, you go talk to your doctor or an obesity specialist or somebody, a fucking dietitian. So go talk to somebody or do your own research. Do that. How about that? Not just go get a script for a GLP-1. Like, y'all are a goddamn mess. Like, y'all, like, I've been that girl. Yeah, sure. That weight's still gonna be on your back though, Faith. You could be that girl and be a big girl. It doesn't mean that you're not that girl. You just that girl with heavy titties. You that girl with knee pain. Well, not you, but I'm just saying, Faith is the first big girl to not the first big girl to ever say, I don't have no problems. I'm just saying I don't believe y'all. I don't believe y'all. I don't. But I heart you and I hope you keep coming back. I'm not going to keep trying to get you on a weight loss train. I just, that was your initiation, but you get the gist. You get the gist, okay? So if you want to windmill in the chat for staying big, just keep windmilling. We just going to be like, okay, Faith, you going to be on our side eventually. You going to unbig that back eventually. Yeah? Yeah? You going to unbig that back. So yeah, GLP-1 or not, I feel like you could do it if you want to do it. You gotta want to do it. If you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. If life's not hard, it's not hard. I just don't believe y'all. Okay. All right. So thank you for joining us. I hope you subscribe and set your notifications. We are here every Saturday. I'm not supposed to be here on Sundays. I'm glad you guys didn't jump me because this was Jen's fault that we even do this. Okay. That was Jen. See, you being sensitive, sweetie. You being sensitive. Wow, KV, I said it helps. I didn't say just take the drugs. I'm over here starting 75 hard because it does require major life changes to lose. Sweetie, I'm just playing. Calm down, girl. Calm down. Do I need to go back and show you Jen's comment? Faith, get on a GLP-1. Calm down, girl. Calm down. Faith, they help with weight loss. Like, it ain't just you, it's all y'all. I told you, if one person did it, everybody did it. Okay? So don't take it personal. It's Jen's fault. Y'all just got all thrown under the bus. Listen, don't blame me, blame Jennifer. Jennifer didn't ask no questions. She said, go get it. Go get it now. Go get it now. Sweet Tea is probably in a different chat than you, Jen. She switched to mobile. But yeah, it wasn't personal. It's just, my hooligan chat, y'all some GLP-1 groupies, right? Y'all, I'm a groupie too. I'm just a groupie that believes you can do it without a GLP-1 if you want to. I believe that there are options outside of GLP-1s. I just don't feel like doing all that shit. I don't feel like it. I didn't feel like it. I don't feel like it. I continue to not feel like it. GLP-1s are easier for me, even though it does take hard work. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead and get on. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie. You couldn't see Jen's comment. I'm so sorry about that. You couldn't see her comment. I'm sorry. Yes, Sweet Tea's in the mobile chat. Jen, the rest of y'all are in the other chat. That's my bad. But yeah, I don't feel like y'all can do it the old-fashioned way, and I support you. I got your back. Or even if you don't want to lose weight, I don't support being obese, but I'm not going, you ain't kicked out the chat or nothing like that. I feel like you should not want to be obese no more. But I don't feel like doing it the old-fashioned way. That shit hard. It takes too much work. This was good advice for women. Hey, Yelez, I would never date an obese woman. For all the girls watching this, this girl's advice will get you girls a real baller. I'm not trying to get nobody no baller. I'm not trying to get nobody no man. You lost in the sauce, Yelez, unless you behind in the stream. I'm not trying to get nobody no man. I just want everybody to be a 3T. I just want everybody to be a 3T. I did take phentermines for food noise, but it made me nauseated. Phentermine is good for some people. Saxenda works for some people. Ozempic works for some people. Zepbound works for some people. If one doesn't work, that doesn't mean the others don't. You just have to you got to do the research on the individual ones and see which one is a better fit for you. I did the research on tirzepatide versus semaglutide, which is Mounjaro versus Ozempic. I noticed people were having more symptoms on Ozempic and less symptoms on the Mounjaro, so I went with the compound tirzepatide, and now I'm on branded Zepbound. So we could talk about that in a Don't say that, Nicole. People get nauseous on this. You see what I mean? Y'all, I love y'all, but y'all are delusional. GLP-1s are nothing like that. You mean your compound tirzepatide is not like that? Because if she choose Summer is like that for a lot of people. And it actually compound was like that for me in the beginning too. Tirzepatide. I had to be on what's the nausea medication, Zofran? I had to be on Zofran when I first started. So let's not make it seem like people don't get symptoms on a GLP-1. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Joshua, for the compliment. No, that's not the main reason. You didn't hear the women say they find men at being big too. So no, that's not the main reason. I'm just saying it shouldn't be the main reason to be big either. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. See, that's what I get. Who said they was on coke? Who said they were on coke or felt like they were on coke? Who said that? I didn't see that. Is that what Faith said? Oh, I did take phentermine and food noise, but it made me nauseate. Who said they felt like they was on coke? Oh my God. Phentermine is horrible? I don't, it depends on the person. Are you talking about amphetamines, Nicole? Are you talking about amphetamines, Nicole? Not phentermine. Amphetamines? Is that what you're saying? You might have misunderstood. Amphetamines will make you are like speed. Is that what you mean? Oh, phentermine makes you feel like, yeah, but not everybody experiences the same side effects, is what I'm saying. Not everybody, just like not everybody gets nauseated on Ozempic, not everybody that I don't know. I don't know. Like, can we just stop? Everybody stop. I don't want to give medical advice in the chat. Like, I don't even want to talk about it at this point. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. It's one thing when a person is already on, oh, okay, you know the difference. I'm just saying, because I'm like, who said anything about being on coke? Like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't want to, y'all are sliding dangerously close into giving medical advice. And you're gonna say, no, we're not, but you are, okay? Like y'all talking about telling people to get on a GLP-1 and phentermine is bad, and this is good, and this ain't gonna make you feel like this, and this is gonna do that for you. No, okay? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like if a person is already on a GLP-1, then yeah, have at it. I'm assuming they've done the research, but if they're not, I think it's fine to tell them to consider it, but y'all doing a lot right now. Y'all doing a lot, okay? Y'all are doing a lot, all right? So I'm gonna get out of here. I love you all. I gotta go shake a tail. I gotta go hit my. Hold on, let me show you guys. I gotta go hit my yella. I gotta go hit my belly dance, all right? I love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.